I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
The venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted, created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
All right. Morning. Boys, I'm upset today. We're gonna get into why I'm upset today. But I am not a happy camper. I am not a happy camper, not one bit. Happy to see y'all, but I am not a happy camper. Oh, what just happened? We gonna get into why. Don't worry about it. I got it. We actually have an update on Iran as well. I think the peace talks didn't fall through. Trump bombed Craig Island. He bombed something. Something happened. But that ain't it. That ain't it. Something that I need to talk about that's even worse than that. You don't think it is, but it is.
I know we're not good people. I know that. You think we're going to hell? For the things we've done?
It ain't a matter of going to hell. It's a matter of going to hell for the right reasons.
They want their money, and if they don't get it, I'm finished. They're gonna shoot me in the back of the head and dump me in the river.
It's Hindustan. The fuck happened to this?
Bro, why did that island look like it was named like Tylenol? That looks like Tylenol, bro.
It's Hindustan. The fuck happened to this city?
I can't believe you made it out of that shit.
Double tap.
Some designer crap. It's killing us.
No.
Bro, the masculinity in this game is seeping through my TV. I could feel it radiating. I could warm my hands to it.
All cities high on White Whisper. The city's sick.
I prayed that that vile drug would be taken off our streets.
Half the things I do to keep this organization running, Carter doesn't like.
There's so many of us just up and disappearing. This shit is getting weird.
True power must remain unbridled. It's a shame dinosaurs like your boss can't see that.
Fuck you, Carter! The only thing for people like me is to keep going. Keep grinding.
This is that game that was supposed to be like, it was supposed to be like John Wick, but then they ended up coming out with the John Wick actual game, you know? I thought that was funny. Oh, excuse me. The hell is this? This looks like it might be kind of good. What is this? No. As part of a rescue mission to retrieve you and your partner.
There's a sender at the FKE Nordvold outpost. We use it to get back and forth.
How long's the trip?
Maybe 1 or 2 days, depending on the Atlas activity. So you built...
Bro, why do they have a fucking scanner from, like, Alien, dude? What is that about? See you in court, bud.
Dimensions. Atlas was a sorting algorithm.
It's a joke, by the way. Oh, what the hell?
I guess it didn't stay that way.
Ooh.
Which is the concerning bit.
Huh. Well, that's coming out in like a couple days. What the hell? I've never seen this game and it's already coming out. And that's it. Okay. Shia LaBeouf, if he was still making movies, would probably be my second favorite actor of all time. I don't know why, but I've always had like a click with Shia LaBeouf. But then he just kind of went crazy on me. I don't know.
Positively bursting with competition, one man holds a monopoly on high-profile, often tragic, and sometimes downright baffling career self-destruction. A man whose descent into every casting agent's blacklist was less a single PR disaster or box office flop, and more like
how's it going, Cross Forever?
10-year rollercoaster ride of occasional success, short-lived redemption, embarrassing downfalls.
I don't think he's crazy either. I think that he made a few bad choices, and because of that, the entire industry wanted to destroy him.
And increasingly
It seems very familiar. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a reinvention. I'm talking, of course, about Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf. Do it! That's right.
A one-time child prodigy plucked from obscurity and fed into the Hollywood star-making machine. Before long, he was headlining billion-dollar franchises and being positioned as a generational talent, one of the chosen few who would lead the industry for the next decade or more.
You sure about that?
But fame exacts a heavy price on any man, dear viewer, and pretty soon LaBeouf's personal demons and insecurities manifested themselves in high-profile public meltdowns, constant arrests, substance abuse, and bizarre wannabe artistic PR stunts, all of it gradually chipping away at his Hollywood bankability until finally, there was nothing left. Shia LaBeouf's career downfall was part tragedy, part comedy, but always 100% fascinating. So let us embark on this crash and burn journey into the rise and fall of Shia LaBeouf, shall we? Shia Sadie LaBeouf was born in California in 1986, the only child of a jewelry designer and a professional clown.
That's cursed. That's cursed. Holy shit, that's cursed. That's cursed. Whatever the fuck that was cursed.
What the fuck?
I know that was from The Fifth Element, but oh my god, was that cursed.
Described his parents as weird and hippies, but also described his father as, quote, tough as nails and a different breed of man.
Really?
Because truly, nothing says tough as nails, no-nonsense manly man like balloon animals and kids' parties. Anyway, as is the tradition on this series,
Let's go,
his parents
Nigel.
divorced when he was young, and with his dad suffering from chronic drug addiction, we lost a lot of good squeaky noses out there, son. It was left to his mum to support the family. Shia eventually drifted into the performance arts to escape his shitty upbringing, starting out as a performing comedian, and eventually landing an agent by pretending to be his own manager. Damn man,
that's
you've
crazy.
got to respect the balls on the guy if nothing else. His breakthrough came when he was cast as Louis Stevens on the Disney Channel show Even Stevens. The show would run until 2002 and even landed him a Daytime Emmy Award. Hollywood
Damn.
sensed potential in the ambitious, unconventional young actor, and before you could say,
Guy was smart,
"Give me
huh?
your soul," he was starring opposite Keanu Reeves in 2005's Constantine. 2007's psychological thriller Disturbia won him critical praise, but
that
it was Michael
movie
Bay's
is so good. If you haven't seen Disturbia, that movie is really good. W movie, by the way.
budget blockbuster Transformers that really put him on the map. The film brought in over 700 million worldwide, not bad for 2007.
I love the Transformers films. I feel like they started turning into slop after, I mean, I like Mark Wahlberg too. I'm not gonna lie. I like Shia LaBeouf, but man, I don't know what happened to the direction after like Dark Side of the Moon, but man, I still like them. I still watch them. But geez, come on, guys.
Not just Shia, but his co-star Megan Fox's career's into orbit. And well, it's not hard to see why.
I thought The Last Night was pretty good too. Am I tripping? I feel like I'm tripping. I can sit down and actually be entertained by all the Transformer films. I can.
Enough, she'd go on to have her own spectacular crash and burn a few years later.
Oh, how's it going, boss?
For now, young Shia was riding
Boss
high,
Riley.
and his co-starring role in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull the following year meant he was now headlining not one but two of the biggest franchises in Hollywood. I mean, say what you want about that movie, but it made a shit ton of money, and the ending made it pretty clear that Shia's character was being groomed as a possible successor to Indy. I mean, personally, I'd have taken 10 more Indy films with Shia in the lead instead of whatever the fuck Dial of Destiny was supposed to be. With his career in full swing, more high-profile roles followed, including Wall Street 2. Fuck me, that film disappeared without a trace, didn't it? As well as 2 more Transformers movies, each one getting progressively worse reviews, but raking in so much money that nobody seemed to care much. The Hollywood Reporter was now openly touting Shia as part of the new generation of hot young talent poised to take over the industry. Great stuff. Behind the scenes, though, problems were a-brewing. See, Shia had been struggling with alcohol addiction for years, and the problem only got worse as the spotlight on him got bigger. In 2007, he was arrested for public intoxication, and in 2008, he got into a major car crash, forcing Michael Bay to rewrite Transformers 2 to account for his injuries. Before long, arrests, rehab stints, and public apologies were becoming a regular feature of Shia's career. It was a tale as old as time, really.
Look here, guys. Look here. If I do something stupid and get myself arrested, like, I don't know, like drink and then like punch somebody, I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm going to say, yeah, I did it. Can we move on from it? I'm not going to do it, but I'm saying, because I can't drink, but I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever you get drunk or you do something stupid like that, I mean, there's only so much that you can apologize for, because like the public consensus isn't going to change anyway. It's mob mentality. No matter how much you apologize, the best thing you could do as somebody who is higher up on the food chain, that has money and got most of their wealth from audience, the best thing you can do is just don't be a dumbass. But it's gonna happen, you know. I can't even defend it. I'm sorry. I can't even keep it with a straight face. Why the hell are so many people that just can't keep their fucking nose in the air and stay out of trouble? I can't even defend it. I'm trying to defend Shia LaBeouf. I can't even fucking do it. What are you doing, man? Come on. That's not like he was a kid either. He was an adult. Like, he was a full-grown, life-experienced man. What the fuck were you doing? That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, bro, you had fucking career after career. You could have been the next Indiana Jones. You could have stayed in the Transformers films. What the fuck did you... Why? Bro, you made so much money off of those films. What are you doing, bro? I can't even defend
to the
it.
heights of fame and cracking under the pressure. This was all bad enough, but in 2013 he was outed for plagiarizing another filmmaker's work with his short film HowardCantour.com. Shia would later issue a rambling public apology, which itself was plagiarized from a Yahoo Answers post.
Holy shit.
Really?
Fuck, man, you couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. Then came the performance art phase of his career. Starting in early 2014, Shia began a series of bizarre PR stunts. Like
Damn, I kind of forget that Transformers is old as shit. Bro, you realize that we had Transformers back in, 2012? The art, the CGI is insane for that shit. It's crazy. 2010. Oh my god. What? Bro, I remember watching the first Transformers film, and the CGI looked so fucking good. Bro literally paved the way in one of the best made CGI film franchises in the world and threw it away. What are you doing? Bro, most people would kill to be in that position.
Up to the Berlin Film Festival with a paper bag over his head, live streaming himself watching his own movies back to back for days on end, even sitting in a room with the infamous bag on, inviting people to watch him quietly crying to himself. Words cannot describe how awkward it must have felt to sit in a room with that fucking guy. Probably the most legendary stunt he pulled though was his epic motivational rant, which was basically just him screaming the Nike logo at the viewer over and over again. Just do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! And in that moment...
Hey, I mean, it became a very, very well-used meme, okay? That meme will go down in history as the best meme that was ever made by Shia LaBeouf.
Dear viewer, a million internet memes were born. In Shia's head, it probably seemed like a daring and provocative exploration of fame, celebrity, and legacy, but for everyone else, it just looked like the desperate actions of a washed-up has-been trying to reinvent himself as some deep-thinking, tortured artist, confusing cringy sensationalism with artistic depth. The frustrating part, though, is that when he wasn't stealing other people's work, getting shit-faced and acting like a lunatic, he was actually still capable of delivering some pretty fucking strong performances. His work on Nymphomaniac and Fury both earned him critical praise and helped to keep him in circulation, but like everything else in Shia's career, he soon found a way to derail his short-lived redemption arc.
I forgot he was in Fury. Fury was a damn good film.
Mia Goth was followed by a brief but intense relationship with Twigs. Hey, don't look at me, man, I don't give a fuck about pop music. Which later blew up when she ended up suing him for every kind of abuse under the sun. The case would eventually get settled out of court, but the damage to Shia's career was permanent.
Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That's crazy.
Hollywood will overlook all manner of bad behavior, especially if you happen to be a bankable star, but there are some things too big even for them to sweep under the rug. And the fact is, he just didn't have enough industry clout for anyone to stick their neck out for him anymore. Netflix quietly removed his performance in Pieces of a Woman from awards contention, and not long after, Olivia Wilde nixed him from the cast of Don't Worry, Darling, allegedly for being difficult to work with. He did at least land a role in Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's doomed passion passion project, which is the Hollywood equivalent of winning a first-class ticket on the Titanic. So where on earth is Shia LaBeouf now? Well, he recently made headlines again for, you guessed it, drinking and fighting in public. This time in New Orleans, where he got into it with a group of gay men, decided it would be a good idea to shout homophobic slurs at them, and then acted surprised when he got his ass beat and a new arrest.
Boys, you are looking at the biggest fall off in television history other than Bill Cosby. I cannot believe he just couldn't keep his head straight. That's crazy, bro. When this man dies, they need to dissect his brain and figure out what did it. Was it the clout? Was it the money? Was it the drugs? Was it a mix of things? That's crazy, bro. He's such a damn good actor, too. Like, what the fuck?
To his
What the
records.
fuck, man?
You know, suddenly that
That's
professional
so
clown
sad.
gig doesn't seem so bad after all. He'll probably still show up in the occasional indie movie, maybe a TV appearance or two, but his days as an A-list star are long gone. He's too unpredictable, too toxic, too saddled with baggage for any serious productions to take him on anymore, and he doesn't have the body of work to absorb so many controversies. And it's a shame, because when he's in the right movie and properly engaged with the role, he's able to do great
Damn, you know
things.
what's really sad? Is that he could have been the next Stallone. He could have been the younger generation of like mega superstars. What the fuck was he thinking? Man, that sucks. There's such potential there, but it like even the fact that he's difficult to work with is so annoying. God damn, that's so stupid.
Problem is, it just doesn't happen often enough to rescue his public image. Shia LaBeouf is a perfect example of what happens when you try to play the fame game without
I bet there are enough people that still believe in him that if he pulled his shit together, manned up, apologized, and tried to make a comeback and just kind of posted into a comeback, I bet he could do it. He's so fucking talented. It sucks so bad to see all that talent thrown away. He's such a damn good actor.
needed to survive it. He's a man of obvious talent, but haunted by even more obvious demons, and no matter how hard he tried, no matter how many second chances he was given, in the end, the demons got the better of him. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
You know, we gotta do our monthly checkup on the Trump phone. Well, if you don't know, Charlie made another video about the Trump phone. I don't think he's ever gonna get this damn phone, but...
Sir, I'm approaching with intention to mug you. Now show me your wallet.
No.
My God, I can't believe it. You're missing $100 in here. I already know where it went, pal, and it breaks my heart. You put $100 down to pre-order the T1 Trump phone, didn't you? And now you still have nothing to show for it.
I love that there are content creators that are willing to give someone so much hell for $100. That's a lot of hard-earned money, bro. That's a lot of hard-earned money. $100 is like, it's like 5 items at the store. I mean, let's be honest here. That could feed you for like 2 days. That's a lot of money.
Just an empty hole in your wallet where dreams once were. You know what? Take it back. You've been through enough. You've already been robbed. That's right. The T1 Trump phone, we're checking in on it again. It was supposed to come out in summer of 2025, then it was supposed to come out at the end of 2025, then it was supposed to come out in the beginning of 2026. It is April 6, 2026. Still nowhere to be seen. And curiously, not only is it nowhere to be seen, but it is still complete radio silence from Trump himself and Trump Mobile as an organization. They haven't squeaked out a peep about where the T1 phone is. More than happy to accept hundreds of dollars from tons and tons of Americans, yet not too gung-ho about actually delivering that product, or at least keeping you updated on the whereabouts.
You didn't really miss much, Seth. We just covered a little bit of games. There wasn't too much this morning, and we looked at the downfall of Shia LaBeouf. Rest in peace, Shia LaBeouf.
of it.
He's not
This will
dead.
be my
His career's
third
just
time
dead.
checking in with the Trump mobile support staff to see where it is. I feel like I'd have a better chance locating DB Cooper than I would locating a single golden Trump phone, the T1 device. I don't want to get just
Bro, they gonna get that phone and it's gonna be like this this statue down here. It's gonna be like piss colored. It's not even gonna look gold and shiny. It's gonna be like the brightest piss yellow you've ever seen.
To take the lore, but the cliff notes are Trump advertised the T1, a golden phone for Trump Mobile, a $500 phone that has all the bells and whistles, and it was going to be made right here in America. The land.
Look, I love Shia LaBeouf. I'd still rate him as one of my, some of my favorite actors, okay? I would. He'd be up there. But it's a downfall, unfortunately. I think he can pull it back. I do. I 100% think he can. He's just a really talented actor. He's really fucking smart. But the shit that he's doing out there is so fucking dumb. It's so dumb, the shit that he's doing, that's continuing to ruin his career. Shia is a very talented man. And I think 100% he can go from nothing back to fame. I do. So it's just a matter on when he wants to decide for that to happen.
To the free, the land where Jesus was born, baby. And then it never happened. Also, they then removed that messaging off their website when they realized they couldn't make the phone they were advertising in the States at that price point. It was literally impossible. It is going to have to be made overseas.
Dude, that
All
Transformers
phones like this are overseas. It's just not possible to be made here. So they had to completely...
Oh yeah, all of the silicon chips and stuff, all that shit's made China and Japan. You literally can't make that here in America or Taiwan. It's all made in foreign countries. So like, even if you have a phone that's made in America, 9 times out of 10 it means that it's assembled in America. Doesn't necessarily mean that every single part's an American product. Like, that's just a fact of the matter. Every car, even if it says that it's like American made, there are silicon chips that were made in a foreign country, or parts that were made in a foreign country. Not every single thing on an item that says made in America is actually made in America, unless it's like a 3D printed. You know, that'd be a great way to sell 3D printed sculptures. Made in America, because you have to like 3D print it here in America. Huh. Well, there you go. There's a selling piece for you.
Strike that from their website.
Anyone making 3D sculptures and selling them? This one's on you.
Made. Now they tout that it is American proud design. It is a proudly American design as opposed to American made. And even still, it doesn't exist. I have not seen a single piece of evidence to confirm that there is actually a T1 device anywhere on this fucking planet. I don't even think God could get his hands on one right now if he asked. Which is extremely shocking to me because I thought for sure he'd do the classic Trump thing of just grabbing some dog shit from China and drop shipping it over here for a huge markup. But he's not.
At this point, I don't think anyone would care if it's from China. They just want the phone.
Even doing that much. Not even doing like the bare bottom tiddlywinks of providing a product for money. Like with the Trump Bible. The signed Trump Bible.
Bro, they gonna get the phone. They're gonna get the phone. It is gonna be like a fucking keychain. It's gonna be like a little keychain that makes noises. It's gonna be like a toddler phone. It's gonna sing you your ABCs.
Well, that, you know, $60 up to $1,000 if you want like the inside cover signed by Trump. Those are made in China for $3 a pop and sold here for $60 to $1,000. I was expecting something similar for the T1 device here, but not even that.
Well, that's what Trump was trying to do. He made it like he did something that made it to where, like, I think the tariffs were supposed to help with that, but make it to where, you know, foreign companies want to come here and make products. And I understand the idea behind it. Like, if you force them to come here and make the products, it would lower like, you would go from spending $800 to $1,000 on a Samsung phone to probably like $300-400 because that's how it is in their countries. Like, in their countries, everything is cheaper because the products are made in their and around their countries. So it's like, I understand the idea behind it, but I don't think Trump really understands the logistics behind it. Like, and I don't either. That's why I'm not like giving a thorough take on it. But I feel like if you're going to make a decision like that, you should probably make sure that the people that are, above the average IQ and have experience, not claiming they are the expert, but actual experience with handling that stuff, should probably be the ones you're listening to.
On the plate. So anyway, this is going to be my third time checking in with support to see where it is, because when I called them a month ago, I was assured by the customer support representative that they were shipping at the end of the month, March. That's when the phones were coming, end of March.
It's April.
It's April now. Still no phones, still no pickles, and I can't find anyone out there that has one. So let's give them a ring. Let's get them on the horn and see what the holdup is. Well, last month when I called about my Trump mobile device, the support representative told me that it would be ready at the end of the month, but they missed that window. I'm assuming something went awry with UPS, so it's probably on its way, but I just want to double check.
Thank you for calling Trump Mobile.
You should be thankful that most of the calls are someone with an accent, because soon it's going to be someone who's AI. And even now, a lot of places, CVS is one of them, where you call and you can't even speak to a person. It won't let you.
English, press 1. Para Español, oprima el
English,
número dos.
please.
Press 1 to open a new Trump mobile account. Otherwise, press 2 for support with an existing Trump mobile account.
That's me.
Thank you for calling Trump Mobile. Your call is very important to us. To ensure the highest level of customer care,
You good,
this call
Winters?
may be
You good?
recorded for quality control and training purposes. Please hold, and our next available representative will be with you shortly.
You can only leave a message at CVS if your home account or your home store is there. That's what mine says. And I made mine there, but if I need to call around to find my ADHD medication because sometimes it's not in stock, I'm hosed at CVS. I can't call around. It won't let me. I can only check the in-stock amount on stores that I have marked as my home, and you can only have one home. So it's weird, and it sucks. Used to, I could just be like, speak to pharmacist, speak to pharmacist, speak to pharmacist, and then I get patched through to a pharmacist, right? Can't do that anymore. What I don't mind speaking to the robot. I just don't like that if I need to call around for the medication using a CVS, I don't like that I have to make it my home location in order for them to tell me that they have it in stock. I don't like that at all. I want them to change that. If I was gonna critique them to change one, like the robot's pretty damn good. I'll give them credit. They need to change that feature. That needs to change. Because if I can't find my medication, that's a problem. And I need to be able to call around to multiple stores. And like, I did like the idea that you could call the location and tell them to call you back, or like you could leave a message. But you can't even do that anymore. It won't let you. I liked that feature as well. I don't know why they changed it. Like, they changed it to automated where you had the message system, and then they changed it again to where you can only do it at your home location. So it's like, what the fuck, man?
You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to apply for a new account or access your personal
Duke
account
Nukem
portal.
and Sticks was in here early, bro.
All right, now we wait. They're not even piping in the waiting music this time around.
Hello, this is
Oh, dude, yeah, like.
HQ today.
Hi, yes, I just wanted to check on the status of my Trump mobile device.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, we got a lady this time.
Hello?
What happened? What happened?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Michaela. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Michaela, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Come here.
What? Hello?
Yeah, but you're good.
Hello?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Is that a child that I heard in the background?
But you're good.
She eating?
What?
Bro, if you doing that next to me, I'm gonna lean over and slap you across the face. You understand me? You sit there and eat like a barbarian, I'm gonna treat you like a damn barbarian. Oh my God, that pisses me off. Oh! Bro, sitting there eating. Pop! Close your goddamn mouth. Oh my God.
But you good.
Hello? Hello?
I had a friend that thought I was fucking with him. He thought I was fucking with him. I was like, bro, I'll give you that grace period. I look at him and I go, hey, shut your mouth when you're chewing. It's a pet peeve of mine, a big one. And he kept doing it. I was like, dude, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you if you don't shut your mouth when you're eating. He did it again. I went, BAM! And I was like, you gonna shut your mouth now? And he's like, okay. It is a pet peeve. And I have talked to other people that have said the same thing. It is a pet peeve. Dude, you got fucking table manners. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God, that noise. Dude, it drives me up the wall.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Help! I'm scared. Hello? Am I being pranked?
Yeah, stop eating cud like a damn cow, bro. Shut your fucking mouth when you eating. Come on.
What is going on here? Should I call back? Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm just gonna try calling back. I guess even the Trump Mobile headquarters is having problems.
Oh, bro, there's nothing worse than whenever you working with somebody and you got the power to remove them. Bro, I'm not even lying, dude. I would just fire you on principle. You come up in my chat, smacking, I'm gonna ban you on principle. You come up in here going, ban. You gotta get that bitch fired on principle, bro. No.
With their mobile devices, the ones that exist over there.
Oh, man.
Okay. I guess Trump Mobile was experiencing some kind of EMP blast or something that was shaking the system, so I gave them a little bit of time to cool off here, let the alt recharge, so I then gave them a retry a couple minutes later, and it did work then. Now,
so wait, what happened?
The system, so I gave them a little bit of time to cool over there. Some kind of EMP blast or something recharge, so I then gave them a little bit of time to retry a couple minutes later, and it did work then. Now, once again, just to remind you, the first time I called, they said that the reason the Trump phone hadn't been delivered is because they said
quality control and training
hopefully it works
purposes.
this time.
Please hold and
where was the training at on that woman keeping her mouth shut? If she's going, I don't mind if you eat on the phone. But the minute I start hearing that food moving around and sloshing in your mouth, dude, we got a problem. We got a problem. We got a big goddamn problem.
Available representative will be with you shortly. You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to apply for a new account or access.
Dude, I could not imagine people eating like, dude, no.
Account portal.
There are people that are freaks in this world, and then there's whatever the fuck that is. Whatever the fuck that is needs to be, like, burnt off the planet. No. Just no.
I think it's gonna happen again.
Hello, thank you for calling Trump Mobile. This is Sheena. How can I assist you today?
Hi, yes, I was calling to check on the status of my order.
Okay, I'm happy to check on that for you. Give me just 1 second. Oh, Brother, you probably don't have any.
I've never had to. So parting your lips and then biting on the fork, so that way, so like what? So that way the fucking fork doesn't touch your lips? Bro, hand him a fucking shovel. Like, what are we doing here? What is that even, like, bro, what? Man, oh, just give me like 30 minutes with this person. 30 minutes. I promise you, when they leave, their face is gonna be red as shit, and they're gonna have the best table manners you have ever seen.
What? May I have your email, please?
Yes, it's Big
That's
wet
crazy.
at gmail.com.
Rich people do that? There'd be a lot of rich people with no teeth. They'd be gumming that goddamn fork. Like, what?
Okay. Thank you. One moment.
Bro, I'm not even kidding. I could be sitting across from Donald Trump, and bro starts sitting there smacking his lips. I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm about to bitch slap the president of the United States. You gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. Stop it. I don't even fucking care. Could be Elon sitting there. Be like, bro, if you don't learn how to chew with your mouth shut at your age, we about to have a lot of problems up in this bitch. It's about to be White House down up in this motherfucker.
If it's causing a problem, I'm just more so checking to see when the phone is supposed to be shipping. I'm just...
The majority of the phones have not yet shipped. It's gonna, they're gonna pretty much start shipping at the end of this month, but none have shipped as of yet.
But that's, I don't mean to be rude, that when I called...
I was wanting to check.
Bro.
When I called last month, the representative told me it'd be the end of last month. So are the phones shipping? Like actively shipping?
Yes. They, and then their second batch, they're stating that they're going to be shipping like towards the end of this month. So if you haven't received it yet, then yes, you probably would be part of that shipment.
So when? I'm sorry, when is this getting shipped?
Their second batch, they're stating that they're going to be shipping like towards the end of this month. So if you
They said that last month. And they said that the month before. They said it was the end of the year whenever they were releasing it, and now every month it seems like it's going to be towards the end of the month. Is that going to be their new thing?
Received it yet, then yes, you probably would be part of that shipment.
That's exactly what they said word for word last time.
Okay, where can I find information on the first batch of shipments? Because the people that I know that have also ordered it haven't received it either. So we've just been kind of concerned about the whereabouts.
Yes, sir. Well, what happened was they had some sort of pushback on the push-out date, so that's why they've been
I don't think Charlie's ever going to receive this phone, guys.
delayed on top of, the shutdown and things like that.
Shut down? Well, if they shut down, then how the hell are they going to ship the phones?
However, when you called last month, what information did you give the other representative?
The same information I've shared with you. And then I called back in December as well, and it was the same information I gave then too. So I don't know why it'd be an issue now. I guess maybe something in the system didn't log it. I'm not
That
really...
is true. There's no tracking for this? Yeah, he should ask for like the tracking number if they have a tracking number.
So yes, let me go ahead and get this submitted for you, sir. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll get this submitted.
I wonder if they're aware that Charlie's calling them and that he's got like millions of viewers. Like,
He'll be, I can't even
to
talk.
give you an idea, when you've got as many subs and as many people that watch his, like, this video alone got 1 million views. When you've got this many subs, you can shut down just about any business you want. Like, oh shit.
Hey, you stop!
So, like, it's interesting, that's for sure.
Email, please.
Yes, it's Big C Wet at gmail.com.
Okay.
Bro, there's no way he doesn't blush up a little bit whenever he says that.
Thank you. One moment.
If it's causing a problem, I'm just more so checking to see when the phone is supposed to be shipping. I'm just...
Yeah, the majority of the phones have not yet shipped. It's gonna, they're gonna pretty much start shipping.
Bro, what's going on in comments? Hold on. Why are you hating on... Hold on. What's going on here? Hold on now. What you got? What you got? What's your problem? He isn't that his feelings and his right. What said? It was the first. You know what's crazy? I know exactly what you're talking about right here. It's illegal in the United States to attempt suicide. Suicidal, yeah, that thing. I almost fucked up. Suicidal. Yeah, it's illegal to do that. I shouldn't say it. I think I've got like a grace, but like then they start like age restricting shit, so I don't want to sit here and say that. Be careful, man. I see all. The eye of Sauron sees all, boy.
As of yet.
But that's I don't mean to be rude. That when I called
I was wanting to check.
When I called last month, the representative told me it'd be the end of last month. So are the phones shipping? Like actively shipping?
Yes.
Yeah, you know why? Because this is my channel. We may live in a democracy here, but on this channel it's a dictatorship. And if you don't like it, then maybe you should find somewhere else to go. I decide who gets the chopping block on this channel and who doesn't. It's do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. They and then their second batch, they're stating that they're going to be shipping like towards the end of this month. So if you haven't received it yet, then yes, you probably would be part of that shipment.
Okay. Where can I find information on the first batch of shipment?
Roasted? What you talking about, bruh? I was talking to you, Mega Dan. Who do you think I was talking to? Oh wait, no, not you. Not you. Oh yeah, no, it was you. Wait, is somebody else called Darling? There's only one person in here that I see called Darling, and she not going anywhere. You better go on and calm down with that, man.
Shipments, because the people that I know that have also ordered it haven't received it either. So we've just been kind of concerned about the whereabouts.
Yes, sir. Well, what happened was they had
Wrong person. Yeah, exactly. She's getting backed. I don't even know what the hell y'all like. Man, oh man.
pushback on the
Boys, they just got airdropped in a thorn bush and they don't know it yet.
So that's why they've been delayed on top of, the shutdown and things like that. However, when you called last month, what information did you give the other representative?
The same information I've shared with you. And then I called back in December as well, and it was the same information I gave.
Damn, so he called in March, he called in December. Did he call in January?
Then too.
I thought he called in January.
It'd be an issue now. I guess maybe something in the system didn't log it. I'm not really sure.
So yes, let me go ahead and get this submitted for you, sir. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll get this submitted and you'll be, I can't even talk. You will hear back soon.
All right, I appreciate it, but just checking in one more time.
I can't stand seeing people in comments and then like the content creator not backing the people that be there for a while like that. I can't stand that shit. That shit pisses me off, man. I can't stand that. I get that if you've got so many people that follow you religiously, kind of like Charlie. Bro's got like a cult following. But like, there's a lot of small content creators that I watch on the daily that I stopped watching because of that kind of shit, man. Like, if you got like 1,000 viewers, you can keep up with that chat, bro. You can target people that are in there and embarrass the fuck out of them. There ain't no reason for you not to back these people, the people that are there every single day like that. That shit pisses me off.
Phones have been starting to ship out, so I should be in the next batch then if I wasn't in the first batch?
Yes, they were stating that they should get shipped out sometime near the end of the month.
Okay. Alright, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You have a great day. Bye-bye.
Oh, so you bought the Trump phone? Wait a minute, you bought the Trump phone? Charlie uses Sony Vegas Pro. Something just got done rendering. Charlie uses Sony Vegas Pro. I know exactly what that tune is. I use that every day. Listen for that.
Okay. Alright, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You have a great day. Bye-bye.
That is the finishing sound on a render in Sony Vegas Pro. I know that sound anywhere. I hear it like 20 times a day. I kid you not. So, someone in the other comment said he got a text from the White House saying the Trump phone is coming out soon. It's coming out, Charlie. Possibly how soon? Phone monk.
You too. Bye.
I mean, all we can do is wait.
Very curious to see if they actually will reach back out in 35 business days about fully setting up the Big C Wet account. That would be fascinating. That's the first time that a customer service rep at Trump Mobile actually bothered to check if I had an account. All the other times they were somehow magically finding bogus information. So, looks like they're beefing up their customer service protocol there. So
I wonder if because how many people watch Charlie and all these other streamers that are obviously doing this for, a little bit of accountability, which, by the way, W streamers. Anybody that is calling these people and hounding these people every single day for that $100, you deserve the money that you deserve what you paid for. Not like, oh man, that's coming out wrong. You deserve to get your phone, and it needs to be a good phone because you were promised a good phone for $100, and that's what you deserve. I don't care if you spent $50 on that goddamn phone. If you were promised a finished, good product, you deserve to get that product. And that's all there is to it. Well, how could you have expected to get that product for $50 or $100? You're so no. When you pay for something, you're expected to either get your goddamn money back or the product.
We're still at the any day now. The Trump phone should be here. Apparently, they've already been shipping some out. I guess they're bringing them around on.
Oh man. Well, I was trying to hold you over till the next video, but it seems like you just can't help yourself, can you? You just can't help yourself. So we just gonna go ahead and put you out of my misery.
Tricycles or something, because it's real slow. I haven't seen any.
I had to take him out back, just like Lassie, man. That was it. That was all there was to it.
Anybody received one.
Damn, got the boot.
And presumably, according to some data, there were many thousands of pre-orders, and yet not a single piece, not a single morsel of information on someone actually having received one in that first batch the customer service representative mentioned. Now again,
I don't think anybody's gotten a single fucking phone. You know why? Because there would be YouTube videos all over the internet for it. 1000%.
Last two, I don't blame the customer service reps. They're just doing what they're told, and right now it looks like their talking points are, it's coming at the end of the month, or it started shipping and, there's another batch coming at the end of the month. So now it went from any day now to this nebulous end of the month kind of spiel. I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but one thing is for sure, the customer service rep...
Bro, they're going to be giving these people the runaround probably till the middle of the year. Watch, they're going to be calling up and and actually, you know what? Better yet, I'll do one better. Yeah, they're going to be calling up towards the end of the year in October, and it's going to be like, yeah, when we're going to get the third or fourth shipment sent out, or the first batch was sent out, and yeah, you'll get yours at the end of the month. It's going to be like next year, and they're going to be saying in January, yeah, yeah, it's going to be getting like the first batch got sent out. And it's like, dude, it's like been like the first batch, like 18 batches. Like, what the fuck? Hello?
This time around, actually bothered to look up some of the information I was telling her. I gave her the same stuff I gave the other two, and yet somehow in both of the other cases, they found my accounts and my purchases, which I never made until today, by the way. After the conversation with her, I decided I'll go ahead and put a pre-order down, so that way when we do this song and dance again next month, when inevitably I still haven't seen anyone with a Trump phone, I'll then at least have information for them to pull from, and then they can tell me how it's coming at the end of May, actually. But who knows? Maybe this time it really is on its way. Perhaps that T1, that golden nugget T1 unicorn phone, is right now in the mail carriers, going out to all the good boys and girls across the globe that have wished upon the star and put down $100 to receive it. And by golly, I can't wait, because now I'm excited to get my hands on a T1 device too. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
AOW chart. Oh, shit, didn't mean to click that. Okay. So I see another chirper up in here. No, people ban. No, he bans people who come in here act. Yeah, that's good to be true. It probably is. Streaming a free speech warrior. Easiest dog shit content to an audience of. Yeah, but you know what's different about my audience of people? Is that I got the best audience of people on the internet. And you know how I know that? Because whenever you got to come in here and disrupt the flock, trying to be a negative Nancy and a haterade drinker, taking our copium every morning, I tell myself, you know what we're doing is working? Because they have to keep sending these flocks of stupid people. If you're still deleting and censoring comments that disagree with you. So, if I manage to pull somebody up, so I pulled somebody up 2-3 days ago, because I made the statement of, I was going to ban them. I was going to ban them. Of that slaves built the pyramids. I was going to prove him wrong, and then I was going to ban him. You know what happened? He was right, and I apologized. And now I know that slaves didn't build the pyramids, that a bunch of hard-working, well-paid craftsmen or engineers made the pyramids. If you're going to disagree with me, don't call me names. Don't call any of my chat names. That's a big one. And if you're going to say something, say something. But do it in a non-dishonest way. If you can't do that, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like,
are watching this video know this time.
Asmongold has been suspended on Twitch. This is what I was talking about when I got on this morning. I'm pissed. He got suspended for not breaking the TOS, Terms of Service. He did not a damn thing wrong. He has caught a 7-day suspension. This channel cannot stream at this time due to a violation of Twitch community guidelines. Visit our community guidelines to learn more about how we're keeping you and your community safe. So if you click on Asmon's channel, it's Zach Roar. Please go watch him. He'll be back on in 7 days. Oh, wait, what the fuck happened? Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on.
Guys, there, I don't want to.
But most likely tomorrow, Asmon. Okay, so he's going to be streaming on Rumble and other stuff, because he has a Rumble and a Kick account, so he'll most likely be streaming on that. I'm going to be catching that. I don't want to sign in, I just want to look at this. Banned for an entire week because I said I didn't give a fuck about the opinions of illiterate third worlders. Would someone be banned for saying they don't care about what an American's opinion is on the Middle East? Of course not. Blatant double standard, and no, he did not break terms of service. This is the censorship that I was talking about. Whenever I got my suspension for that firearms violation, the language they used was the exact same. Oh shit, hold on. Right here. It's this, how we're keeping you and your community safe. I asked them that on YouTube. I asked them, I was like, well, what did I say or do that led to my suspension? What specifically did I say? They said, I was like, you don't even have to tell me. Give me the time frame. And they said, we can't do that. It would violate our policies. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to be better for the community if you won't show me how I violated the terms of service? How am I supposed to better myself as a content creator if I said or did something, but it's falling under the firearms policy? I never had a firearm. How does that make any sense? This is what I'm talking about whenever I say that they're trying to censor you. They don't like what you're saying, so they're going to try and kick you any way they can. And you know what's crazy is I put an appeal in on that suspension. This happened a couple weeks ago, probably about a month now, give or take. And it was reviewed and denied. And I got in contact with the supervisor of that little section. And I was like, so what did I do? And how can this be reversed because I did nothing wrong? And they knew I didn't do anything wrong. You know how I know that? Because they only struck one of my streams. I stream dual to YouTube. So I've got the big 1080 by 1920, and then I've got the shorts feed. They only struck one of the streams. And I'm like, y'all do realize that I'm multi-stream, right? At the time I wasn't on Rumble, but I was on Kick, Twitch, and dual streaming to YouTube. I was like, y'all do realize that, right? So like, I've already got, like, at the time I had a moderator. I was like, I got my moderator and his family looking at this. And there's going to be a lot of pissed off people that are going to be wondering what the fuck happened. And they kept telling me, well, there's no way to reverse it. There's no way to reverse it. You're going to be suspended up to 90 days and The next day, I didn't even realize it. I had been unsuspended and it wasn't even a warning. I had gotten a message in YouTube that told me, you may not have realized that this violated the terms of service, and we have removed the suspension on your account, and you're not even going to receive a warning. And I was like, really? That's interesting. That's really interesting, because I got told by a lot of people there was no way to reverse it. Very interesting. Huh. I still have all them emails too. So whenever I refer to censoring, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Title is not
Of course, we got that OG Tectone, W Tectone.
clickbait. Surprisingly, this isn't a video about.
This is the same thing that happened to Tectone. Tectone had to go on an extended vacation because he was one suspension away from getting his Twitch channel completely banned off from Twitch. And the thing about a banned Twitch account is that if you get your account banned on Twitch, any piece of media that involves you being shown on like even like if you react to a YouTube video, let's say Tectone got banned. If I react to a Tectone video, I could catch a suspension.
My ban. There's a video about Asmongold just getting banned on Twitch, which I think is absolutely psychotic once you hear the reason why. Pardon how shitty I look. Well, that's not. I don't think anybody's bothered by that.
We live in a free country, but it's being ran by a bunch of people that make tennis shoes that want to tell you what you should say. I'm sorry, But whenever you have to put, how can I put this? I'm trying not to say the word. When you have to put nets around a building in a foreign country because people are tired of working themselves, so they throw themselves off the building, you don't get to decide what my morals are. You don't get to tell me a goddamn thing. I don't want to hear shit from you. That's all there is to it. Whether you like it or not, I don't care about your product. You know why? I'm not catering to your fucking product. I'm catering to the people. And that's what I want to maintain on this channel. I want to maintain as much transparency as I can with anything. I'm not trying to cater to these fucking brands, man. You know why? Because these brands aren't going to keep showing up to every stream. That's why. These people will systematically start telling you what you can and can't say on your streams and then ban you the minute you don't want to. Because now they've got their eyes on you. Fuck that shit. I don't want that. That's garbage.
This video can't be censored because my editor's asleep, so I'm going to try to watch what I say. If you want to know my pure, unfiltered thoughts,
I don't know if I can react to this.
I'll be live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. CST on Rumble, rumble.com/TechTone, for just saying he doesn't care about the opinions of illiterate third worlders. Now, I want to make it very clear. Do you think anybody...
TechTone got suspended for calling Frogan fat. But Frogan called him an arpist. If they're doing this to Asmongold, and they did it to TechTone, let me tell you something, boys. There's a reason why I'm going to be known as the Hydra. I'm streaming to Rumble, Kick, Twitch, and 2 forms of YouTube. If I get suspended on one of those platforms, bet your fucking ass I'm going live the next day on a different platform. Just like normal. I'm going to be steaming. I'm going to have a steam coming out of my ears, but I'm going to still be live. I will be known as the Hydra. You kill one of my heads and 2 more will grow in its place. Best fucking believe.
They would be banned if they said they didn't care about the opinions of Americans. Asmongold in no way, shape, or form has broken the TOS in any way, shape, or form. There was no rules. There was no regulations broken. That's a perfectly fine thing to say.
I ain't even gonna lie. I catch a suspension on Twitch. I'm going live the next day doing 4K on YouTube. You know why? Because Twitch is 1080. I can output a stream, all of my streams to 4K easily. I have to dumb my shit down for Twitch. And what's even crazier is that you can live stream 1440 to Twitch, but you have to be partnered. And you only get partnered if you've got like a certain amount of viewers that maintain a steady view. But they're going to go ahead and give you temporary partnership the second you sign up for an account and start streaming, so that way they could push ads onto your viewers. And they wonder why their numbers are plummeting, and they've had to walk back a lot of the new policies they had.
Not from this country, and you can't even read or write, why the fuck would anybody care about your opinion on what's going on in America? The answer is...
There it is. Like I said, I'm not saying what you need, what you want to hear. I'm saying what you need to hear. And these people have their heads buried in communist propaganda books that talk about Stalin and communism as if they've been oppressed. These people are they're kept that way on purpose. It's not by chance, it's a feature of the system they're a part of. It's fucked up.
You absolutely wouldn't unless you're trying to virtue signal like any of these other streamers do, where they say, oh, well, I care about everybody's opinion. I'm sorry, you're uneducated. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear morals from somebody that killed 3 kids. Yeah, last time I checked, that guy probably doesn't have a good head on his shoulders.
And this is the reason why I think Twitch is entirely compromised. And this is the reason why I will not risk...
That's right, Hell Hydra.
The reason why I'm even considering permanently deleting my Twitch channel, because I know Dan Gunnar Clancy is going to delete it, or permanently ban me, probably in the next couple months or so. Because why wouldn't they? This is the reason why I stream on Rumble. This is the reason why I encourage more people to stream on Rumble, or even Kick for that matter. I don't...
Rumble is almost exactly like YouTube. You can upload shorts, you can upload videos, you can stream to it. Rumble is, if YouTube isn't careful, Rumble could overtake a good portion of the market. And this isn't a threat, this is just my honest opinion. There are obvious fuck-ups with Rumble. You can't upload videos past a certain amount of, like, gigabytes, which is really fucking stupid. So you can't upload really long videos. Like, hour-long videos are too long. Sometimes 30-minute videos are too long. Because, like, you have to keep in mind, I try to upscale all my shit to 4K. It still looks like shit, but I try to upscale it to 4K. And it looks like shit because I'm pulling the streams from Twitch, which is 1080 by 1920. Go fucking figure. So everything kind of hinges on Twitch, unfortunately, but that's just the fact of the matter.
But
so, like, once you upscale something to 4K, it gets a massive amount of memory and data and shit. So, like, it just immediately makes any even smaller videos massive.
Twitch is entirely compromised, and you can't convince me otherwise. I want to remind you that I got banned for a week for calling Hassan gay. And then Meat Canyon can go make a video of Hassan and Asmongold making out viscerally, and he doesn't get banned. He doesn't get...
You can't really compare this to Meat Canyon. Meat Canyon's been suspended as well. Meat Canyon has been suspended for no actual reasons as well. They've done the same thing to Meat Canyon. Like,
warned. He doesn't
this is not like a one and done. This is very rampant. Yet the people that sit there and advocate for terrorism and show, like, a bunch of drama, like allegedly shocking their dog, and then, like, but they don't get suspensions. Hell, whenever they sit there and say stuff that actually breaks the terms of service, they get suspended on their one day they have off. I'm talking about Hassan. It's crazy to me how this is. It is. It's insane.
He doesn't get false.
It's frustrating.
He doesn't get harassed. None of that. While all these people, and I want to remind you, are calling Asmongold a pedophile, while they're calling Nuxtaku a pedophile. You've heard all this spiel before. And it just...
I'm waiting for somebody to get the cojones. I promise you, if this is me, I'm going to go on a lawsuit spree. You want to spread defamation, motherfucker? Well, you better spread the wealth. And you know what I'm going to do? If I get big enough to start suing people, I'm going to take all that money and I'm just going to give it to chat. I'm just going to give it away. I'm going to be like, yeah, man, look at all this money. I'm spreading the love, boys. This is not for me. This is for y'all. You want to sit here and commit defamation and slander online? Okay.
Goes to show you how bullshit all this is. And in my opinion, Asmongold better get an appeal. He better get an apology. He better get some type of reparations. I mean, I sound like a black person.
This why you can't go live on YouTube, motherfucker. This why you can't go live on YouTube. Stop it.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, is
W legal mindset. Fuck yeah, legal mindset.
to be sentenced on April 15th. And today we're going to go over the evidence that we submitted, myself, the Somali conviction team, as we call them, and show you guys the case we built against Somali.
That is the... What is that even? That would make a really good puzzle. Honestly, that'd be a really cool puzzle.
And the points that we think matter right now in the sentencing of Ramsey Khalid settlement or anything else. And we correctly predicted in our submission.
Hold on. When is Johnny Somali's sentencing date? April 15th. It's April 15th, so let's move on from this. April 15th. So let's move on from this. It's not that time yet. Okay.
A shocking state of the British Navy. I'm starting to think it's not a good thing. Let's take a look at it. What Navy?
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Can I even do this? Can I react to somebody's content on Twitch if they have been suspended for 7 days? Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not breaking TOS by doing this. I'm sure that if they want to suspend me, they'll do it. It's not like they really need a reason, am I right? I mean, look at Asman. They didn't need a reason to suspend me for that Friday that I got my little like 10, 15 hour suspension, so.
Mark. Yo.
I mean, that's the reason why I stopped saying the R word, is because, like, I know that it probably will most likely get me suspended if I keep saying it on YouTube. But if I was just on Twitch, it would have been fine.
All right, looks pretty good, right? It's like a boat or something.
Recently, my video entitled "The Navy with More Admirals and Warships" caused a bit of a stir online, when it emerged that the once great Royal Navy was so reduced in size that it has more senior officers of flag rank than actual warships, a truly unthinkable situation even 30 years ago.
What?
As
well, they got rid of all the boats?
To be put through a process termed managed decline by generations of politicians, the armed forces have likewise been
And this is why you have so many people telling you. How many people do you know that complain about how much the military budget is? Think about that. Think about how many people complain about how much the military... You want the military budget to be high. You know why? Military budget's the reason why we can sit here and do this. That's why. The military budget's the reason why you get to have a house. Military budget's the reason why New York is called New York. You want to spend as much as you can on the military budget. Hold on. And you know what's crazy? Is you got people like Ilhan Omar trying to defund the Department of Homeland Security. You got people trying to stir up, well, the military budget, the military budget, the military budget. And then I hear what they're doing in Canada. And I'm like, not that.
President Trump. 98% of Canadian gun owners told their government to go themselves. The government's response? Cool. We're sending police to your house.
The declaration period for firearms owners is scheduled to end next week. So far, only 2.5% of the estimated 2 million affected firearms have been declared, and 98% of firearms owners haven't made a declaration.
Canada banned 2,500 types of firearms, gave gun owners until March 31st, essentially today, to declare them. 1 week before the deadline, 2.5% compliance. 2.5. That's not a slow rollout. That's a full-on rejection.
So if they're not declaring by next week, what's your plan, Minister?
The plan we have is, as of March the 31st, the time to complete the enrollment will be done, and then the RCMP and other agencies will be available throughout the spring and the summer to do the collection.
The collection?
Do the collection.
There's more to this than you think. What are all these blue states trying to do? They're trying to defund the police. Why would you be trying to defund the police?
Like he's speaking about dry cleaning, not firearms, not property that belonged to law-abiding citizens before the government decided it didn't anymore.
So, Minister, you're saying that RCMP members, we just heard an Auditor General report saying we're short 3,400 members. We're dealing with a...
CMP is their police. Doesn't that sound oddly familiar? Doesn't that sound oddly familiar? Let's defund the police. Let's defund or dismantle the Department of Homeland Security. And let's take everybody's guns away. Doesn't that sound oddly familiar?
Wave of violent crime across this country, and you're saying that your plan...
And we also spend too much money on the United States military. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting.
Decimated until we faced a situation recently with the outbreak of the war in Iran when Britain was seemingly incapable of dispatching at short notice a single warship to the defense of...
So what he's saying is that the reason why they didn't help us in Iran isn't because they didn't want to, it's because they can't?
How much do y'all want to make a bet a lot of the countries that are part of NATO are on the same fucking boat, so to speak? How many of y'all want to bet that a lot of these countries have let their militaries and their navies go to nothing? Because they've relied on America to do everything, yet they want us to pay for the majority. If these people had a problem with what we're doing in Iran, there's a reason why they're not doing anything. It's because they can't. They're going to talk a big game, but they don't, they understand what we're capable of, but they don't comprehend it.
This is Great Britain?
That's Britain.
That took over half of the whole fucking world? And they crashed out on a level that they can't even get a single boat over there?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
One of her sovereign bases overseas.
No
this one
way.
in Cyprus, recently attacked. So in the interest of clarity, I decided to look closely at the current Royal Navy to determine what state it is in March 2026.
There's a title of this is The Royal Navy on Course for National Embarrassment.
The first thing to note is that it is too small. Former senior officers and defense analysts have been banging on about the size of the Royal Navy.
I agree with that. I feel like one ship could have helped them. What the hell is... I thought RCMP was their police. Is that like... What is that for them? Someone said that's not what it is. But what is the RCMP? What is that? I thought it was their like form of the police. Is it not? What is the RCMP for Canada? No, that is. It's Canada's National and Federal Police Force. Oh, so they're like the FBI. That's kind of cool, actually. Huh.
For decades, as it lacks sufficient ships to be an effective force any longer.
It's rusted
and the
out.
figures do indeed show this. Currently, the
So I was
Royal
kind of right.
Navy has 63 commissioned ships. But of this number...
Wait.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Bro, what the fuck is that? Come on. Christ. There is an entire a city in Africa that is going to go without water because of this. 2 of them. There's 2 pictures.
The Iranian Navy was double the size of the British Navy?
That's disgraceful. That is disgraceful.
Oh, God. Oh, man, was? Well, yeah, I mean, they're all sunk now, but, like, still.
And now they're just coral reefs, am I right?
Dude.
Only 25 are really fighting ships. That is, submarines, aircraft carriers, destroyers, and frigates.
Yeah.
The balance are support, patrol, and survey vessels, which, though armed, are not...
It's Restore Britain. With Rupert Lowe. I hope that Restore Britain, because this is the British, isn't this like the British Royal Navy? I hope British is able to restore itself. I do.
Not true fighting warships.
I really do.
Such a small fleet might be sufficient for a small nation engaged only in self-defense, but Britain still has some 15 overseas territories, many of which, like the Falkland Islands, require naval protection.
Well,
Plus, Britain is, of course, involved with a variety of defense tasks worldwide.
So they actually couldn't even defend it.
Cuts, the Navy is hard-pressed to fulfill them.
Wow.
So of the fighting ships in 2026, Britain possesses 10 submarines, 2 aircraft carriers.
Moon flyby happening right now? Moon.
We begin with that breaking news on the...
I think it already happened, didn't it? Didn't that happen like last night? Or yesterday? That was like yesterday.
Ten submarines. Iran had 25. Iran had 25. Britain had...
Oh, yeah, I guess it is like an all-day thing, huh?
6 destroyers and 7 frigates.
6 destroyers, 7 frigates. Okay, that's the same as this? I don't know, but it said destroy...
Frigates. 20 years ago, in 2006, the fleet had 9 submarines.
So they made a new one.
Aircraft carriers.
3, that's a lot. Right?
One time, 1 in Britain's continuous at-sea deterrent. Though I doubt the Ministry of Defence or the government...
You have to keep in mind that there's probably even less people signing up for their military as well, especially if they've got all these immigrants and these illegals that are just flooding their country. Nobody's willing to sign up for the military and die for like a group of people that are literally already invading their country. I'm sorry, but...
would ever admit such.
No.
The state of Britain's inadequate flood...
And it breaks.
It's just a fact of the matter.
Same level of fall off that like a chicken used to be dead weight. Yeah.
Wales. Hell,
I don't know. I've never.
This video just seems super long. I mean, all we really need to take away from this is that Britain fell off. They did. They fell off hard. Oh, this is Trump's speech about the pilot yesterday. The speech went hard, bro.
They have till tomorrow. Now we'll see what happens.
Oh, and and about today, the bombing.
They're negotiating, we think, in good faith. We're going to find out. We're getting the help of some incredible countries that want this to be ended because it affects them also. A lot of people are affected by this, but we're giving them till tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh,
and after
calling
that,
the shots.
They're going to have no bridges.
Let them know.
They're going to have no power plants.
Oh.
Stone Ages, yeah.
Stone Ages. That's what they said.
That's right. Back to the Stone Age with you.
CNN fake news.
Are you...
CNN fake news? Bro, he said that like he just immediately.
To make a deal.
I wonder how many times he's like pissed somebody off in his cabinet just by like speaking what he thinks. I bet it happens a lot.
That does not include reopening the Strait of Hormuz, or is that now a top priority?
It has to
I would
be.
say it's a very big priority because...
I mean, he's not going to say a red line,
See,
but
that's one thing that's a little different than other things. We can bomb the hell out of them. We can knock them out for a loop. But to close the strait, all you need is one terrorist that somehow
you got
has
to get a guy
truck
with a rocket
loaded
launcher.
Because you can carry them in trucks.
I get a living in my mom's basement vibe, am I right? My mom's dead, dipshit. She's dead. There's no basements in Houston, Texas, bruh. What do you want about? If you don't like the stream, then don't watch it. You've got the attention span of a dish plate, and you've got the amount of wrinkles that I would expect to see on like a fucking tabletop, bro. Like what? If you don't like it, then don't watch it. I'm definitely not gonna feel bad for making money doing something you can't do. That's why you in my comments instead of live streaming. Are you jealous or something?
Large trucks,
Yeah.
a water mine, drop them in the water. And now you tell people that own ships that cost $1 billion to don't worry about the mine. You can do that even just
like
by
for
saying
real,
we
like
put
for
mines
real.
in the water.
Yeah.
So it's not like
You mad,
the
bro?
rest. We can knock out their military. We already have. We've knocked out their Navy. We've
Yeah.
knocked out their Air Force completely. We've knocked out 158 ships in 3 days.
That's a lot of ships.
We've knocked out even
That's
their...
a shitload. That is a massive amount of ships. They're all coral reefs now. Look at Donald Trump doing the world a favor by making new coral reefs in the ocean and giving the fish food. You know what I'm saying? Like, W. Donald Trump.
mine droppers. They don't
That's
have
an
any
assload
mine
of
droppers
ships.
anymore. But they
Blowing up terrorists and feeding the fish. That's what I'm
on
talking
other
about.
boats, and they could drop them. I'm not even sure they have any mines there, by the way. I'm not sure. I'm
What did you
personally.
think about Trump's crazy rant
They say
yesterday?
there might be
Which
8.
one?
I don't know. I think there might be 9.
I don't know.
Because they're very good bullshit artists. That's why for 47 years they've been bullshitting other presidents.
That's right. He's an environmentalist.
And they haven't done the job. And
That's a
people
fact.
are living in hell. You
Yeah.
live in that country, they're living in hell. No, I think that 47
That's right. He's
years
helping the world's oceans.
of this stuff is long enough. They're at
Yeah.
the weakest point they've ever been. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft
It's pretty bad.
weaponry.
You gotta
they have
spread
no
the word, man. We gotta spread that Texas love.
radar. They have no communication. In fact, the biggest problem we have in our negotiation is that they can't communicate. I said to Steve, what are they saying? Sir, they can't communicate. They have no method of communication.
Bro, and you want to tell me these people in on the way back to the fucking Stone Age, they can't even communicate? I was wondering about that too. I was like, how the hell are they communicating if all their shit's knocked out?
So we're communicating like they used to communicate 2,000 years ago with
Well, they got-
children, bringing a note back and forth.
I thought
Oh, look at that. Them soldiers that the Iranians hired already getting to work, huh? Damn, look at that. That's crazy.
pigeons.
They have no communication.
Did they have pigeons over there?
But all I want to see is I want to have a safe world, and you're not going to have a safe world. Israel will be gone. The Middle East will be gone. And then they're coming for Europe. And I have to tell you, I'm very disappointed in NATO. Very. I think that NATO...
You know why NATO's a disappointment? Because they ain't got shit. That's why. They ain't got nothing. The British Navy is in shambles. It's a joke.
True.
I wonder how many of these NATO people that haven't been paying equal amounts of money into NATO don't have a navy or an army anymore.
NATO that will never disappear in my mind. You know, they're coming to see me.
The days of fear mongering the U.S. and doing this generational disappointment on yourself for something you didn't do. Those days are coming to an end. if not already over. You're not going to make somebody feel bad for something they didn't do. It's just not going to happen.
They're going to say, "Oh, we'll do this."
Oh, well, you can't leave this organization because of that. It's like, no, man, no. You don't want us to leave because you can't hold your own anymore because you've allowed these people to systematically take over your country and disable all of your ability to attack. You don't have navies anymore. You don't have armies anymore, and you're expecting these people to sign up to get sent to a foreign country while you systematically have all these people being flooded into the country from the back door. Nah, bruh. Nah.
Now they all of a sudden want to send things, you know. But they said it loud and clear at the beginning when I spoke to UK of all. I would have said they would have been the first because they're the oldest. And I say, yeah, I'd love to have a little help. He said, no, sir, we'd rather wait till you win. I said, I don't need help after we win. They have 2 old broken aircraft carriers, barely work. I said, I guess we can use them. Who the hell knows? I called the general. He didn't even want them. He said,
Iran has attacked us, so NATO terror is not triggered. Well, you're gonna get permabanned because you're obviously not American. You're calling me a Yank, so you're probably like what, British, UK, somewhere around there, right? You do realize that they've been attacking America for 47 years. They've been attacking a lot of other countries as well by, capturing soldiers and killing them, killing Americans. Why? Because they don't have the ability to move to America and launch a missile into the heart of America. They haven't been doing things that have been killing Americans. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But either way, if you start a conversation dishonestly, you're just going to get permit.
We don't really need them. We got the SS Abraham Lincoln, sir.
Besides, we don't need NATO anyway. We're doing just fine without NATO. It's not like they have the army or the armada to help anyway.
Don't need them. Do you know, we have, in terms of technology, we had one day 101 missiles going at 2,700 miles an hour, aimed at the Abraham Lincoln. 101 missiles.
And it's just like that AI video, guys. They were trying to blow up the USS Abraham Lincoln.
101 missiles. 101 missiles were shot down.
Damn. Don't you just love to see it? Don't you just love to see it? Damn. That's why they had to make the AI video so many times, am I right?
Unbelievable technology.
Man.
10 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't know if that would have been possible. But 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been.
They got the GOI beams and the lasers and shit.
101 missiles.
Oh, how's it going, Megabyte? It's been a bit. How you been?
A ship.
You hear that?
That's not that far off the coast.
The lasers. This is a question about a peace agreement?
That's right. That's 101% accuracy. That's right, guys. Got to use that American math. You know what I'm saying?
Missiles. We shot down all 101. We have weaponry. The Patriots are unbelievable. We have weaponry that's unbelievable. Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead, please. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. You said earlier today during the egg
How's
roll
it going,
that
Joseph?
you would like to take Iran's oil, but Americans want U.S. forces home.
Correct.
What's that trade-off?
If I had my
Does
choice,
it take
if I had my choice, yeah, because I'm a businessman first. With Venezuela, as you know, the war was over in about 45 minutes.
That was so fast.
What war?
And we have great people running Venezuela, very good people. I mean, the relationship is good. And
Good for
we
them.
are a partner with Venezuela.
Good
and
for
we've
them.
taken hundreds of millions of barrels.
Oh, by the way, guys, I saw a little piece of media yesterday. Cuba's already releasing their the people that were getting locked up for having different political views. I don't know what the fuck they're called. What are they called? is Cuba releasing its political prisoners? As of April 2026, Cuba has begun releasing 2010 prisoners in a humanitarian gesture surrounding Easter amidst intensified pressure from the U.S. government. While described as a major pardon, it is not immediately clear if the release includes the hundreds of political detainees incarcerated following anti-government protests, as many released were reported to be serving time for common crimes. What the fuck? The fuck?
What changed?
Over 100 million
What
barrels
changed?
already is in Houston, refined and out.
Right.
And paid for that war many, many times.
That's right.
over.
Liberation for Cuba next, boys.
Many times. You know, the old days.
You want to sit there and keep blaming America for Cuba's problem? Well, I guess it's about time for us to fix it, huh?
To the victim.
Go with the spoils.
Okay, you know that. To the winner belong the spoils. Go the spoils. And I've said, why don't we use it? To the victor, go the spoils. And
no, I don't. I don't research and know and try to figure out every little detail. You know why? Because a lot of details that are coming out are all stuff that is happening as I'm live.
we don't have that. We haven't had that
Why
in this
don't we
country
use the
probably
thing that
in
Roman
100 years,
emperors
'cause even the
used?
And you know
second-
what happens if you get something wrong? You apologize like a normal civil human being, and then you correct the information, like what you're supposed to do. It's not rocket science. We've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. Fire hot. No fire not hot. Put hand in fire. Fire hot. Me dumb. There you go. Problem solved.
Okay. Well, you look at the Second World
Yeah.
War. We didn't have it with the Second World. We helped rebuild all those countries. We rebuilt Germany. How about Germany telling us that, well, it's not their war.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do with getting.
That's right. Now rocket appliances. What do you think this is? The third trip to the moon, guys? Come on. Fuck.
We didn't know anything about it. Well, if I would have told them, they would have leaked it. And we wouldn't have been.
Also somebody leaked some information. And they're having to subpoena and crack down. Like it's
nearly
crazy.
Successful, possibly, right? But to
Greatest
the victor
content
belong the
creator there
spoils.
was, Donaldo.
We haven't
Yeah.
heard. We haven't heard that in, I think, maybe hundreds of years. Now with Venezuela,
So he
and
just says we're
just
gonna
so you
take all their
understand,
shit.
The people of Venezuela, they say if I ran for president of Venezuela, I'm polling higher than anybody has ever polled in Venezuela. So after
So the goal is for Trump to go to Venezuela, learn to speak Spanish, and then become their president. Yo, low key, that ain't a bad idea. I mean,
I can go to Venezuela. I will quickly learn Spanish. It won't take too
Hey!
long. I'm good at language. And I will go to Venezuela. I'm going to run for president.
This is the president of the United States. Holy fuck. What a great day to be alive, man. Holy shit.
But we're very happy with the president-elect that we have right now. The people that are running it.
Oh, God.
If you remember Bush with Iraq,
Oh, man.
they fired the generals. They fired
This
the
guy.
police. They fired the people that worked in there.
Right.
Equivalent of the White House. They fired everybody. And you know what they had? They had a mess. And you know what happened? ISIS formed. Those generals and those soldiers got together. The police got together. They
Is
all
Venezuela
got together.
the
They
third
formed
term?
ISIS.
Yeah.
Not going to happen with us. So Venezuela has been an incredible. It's been an incredible situation. We went in. We were very successful. Military power like nobody's ever seen. The general, Venezuelan general, said, I was on that site. I said, I've never seen ferocity like that. I've been doing this for 40 years. He said, I've never seen it. They hit us from 17 different. They were all set. They saw that big,
The greatest
beautiful
hits.
aircraft carrier, the Ford in that
It's a
case.
big one.
And planes were pouring
People
off
thought
at
Rubio
1
was going to be
o'clock in the
president of
morning.
Venezuela. It's going to be
So
Trump.
typically, when you see that late at night, you know, you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? And we were all ready. They had their equipment. It was Russian. And they had Chinese equipment. It was all
After
set. They were
Venezuela,
going to
he's
give
going to be
us
the
a
Shah
fight.
of Iran. Yeah.
He said, and then they came, and they came at speeds like we've
Fuck
never
no, I don't want this man to run Iran, bro. You're gonna be trying to attack America. Fuck no. I don't want that. Hell no.
seen. And they came at 17 different angles. The general and his people.
He'll be sitting there bombing the fuck out of New York or bombing the fuck out of L.A. And then the fucking new politician's gonna be sitting there with his cock in his hand going, well, we can't do that, guys. We can't attack them. Well, of course, then again, if it's J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio, that'd be different, but...
That was a lot of angles. They hit him from every angle. He said, we knew it was over in 3 minutes. We were waiting for him. Their equipment didn't work, and there's a reason it didn't work. Someday we'll explain that to people. They pressed the button. Nothing happened. They pressed it again.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think JD could run Iran. I'm going to be honest. I think he's too much of a spoiled white boy. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he could do it. I think he might crack under that pressure. A lot of radicals over there, man. That is, let's just say it take a special kind of person to run that show.
And again, nothing happened.
So he turned it off.
And he said, we knew this whole thing was over in 3 minutes. We've never seen it at night. You know, you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? And we were all ready. They had their equipment. It was Russian. And they had Chinese equipment. It was all set. They were going to give us
be the
a
Shah
fight.
of Iran, yeah.
He said, and then they came, and they came at speeds like we've never seen. And they
Super
came
fast.
at 17 different angles. The general and his people, that was a lot of angles. They hit him from every angle. He said, we knew it was over in 3 minutes. We were waiting for him. Their equipment didn't work. And
listen to that sentence. Listen to that sentence.
In 3 minutes. We were waiting for him. Their equipment didn't work. And there's a reason it didn't work. Someday we'll explain that to people. It didn't work. And there's a 3 minutes. We were waiting for him. Their equipment didn't work. And there's a reason it didn't work. Someday we'll explain that to people.
We got shit that we've never seen. And you guys keep thinking I'm fucking with y'all. Y'all think I'm kidding. If only you knew.
Press the button. Nothing happened. They pressed it again and again. Nothing happened.
So he turned it off.
And he said, we knew this whole thing was over in 3 minutes. We've never seen any, he used the word ferocity. The ferocity of these planes.
All the
from
angles.
17 different angles. And it was over. They went inside. And remember, that was on a military base with thousands of soldiers. And those soldiers looked and they said, get the hell out of here. Thousands. We didn't have thousands. We had like 200 people.
Yeah.
So we have
They
a
just ran
great
away?
military.
I mean, that's what
And
I would
I'll tell
do.
you what, somehow
Say, fuck that.
this rescue captured the world's attention. More so than normally. You're talking about two people. But this
is from
rescue
yesterday.
captured the world's attention. But we did it in Venezuela. That was
Trump is the boss, man. Trump is the biggest boss that has ever bossed.
amazing. And now we have a very bad man in prison and going to trial. I mean,
Maduro.
he released
for passage through the strait.
us charging tolls.
Iran.
What about us charging tolls?
Is that something?
I've sensed foreshadowing. I sense a little bit of foreshadowing here.
You're considering?
I'd rather do that than let them have them, right? Why shouldn't we? We're the winner. We won. Okay. They are militarily.
I'm sorry, bro. There's no way you can sit here and continue to take the copium. Their navy's decimated. They don't have any airspace. They just rolled up in there and turned off their machinery, and then killed a whole bunch of them, and then took the pilot back. Dude, like, at what point do we stop with the copium and start coming to reality? Like, for real. What are we doing?
The only thing they have is the psychology of, we're going to drop a couple of mines in the water, all right?
Hey, what are we doing?
No, we have a concept where we'll charge tolls.
And they knew this was going to happen. They knew they were going to extract the pilot, and they were ready for it, and they still couldn't do a damn thing. Didn't lose a single American.
I thought you meant us. Your question would have been more accurate if you said us. Go ahead.
Right.
So just to clarify, in order for Iran to successfully meet your deadline tomorrow, do they have to make a deal, open the strait, or both?
We have to have a deal that's acceptable to me. And part of that deal is going to be we want free traffic of oil and everything else.
So now there's going to be we're the captain
Thank you very
now.
much. You said glory be to God in this conflict. Do you believe that God supports the United States' actions in this
I do,
war?
because
And have you
God
sought
is
his direction?
good. Because God is good. And God wants to see people taken care of. God doesn't like what's happening.
How's it going,
I don't
David?
like what's happening.
That's
Everyone
right.
says I enjoy it. I don't
Oh yeah,
enjoy
if you're new here, sub to the channel. We're live every day. Hit like on the stream, by the way. It helps out with them views, boys. Hit like on the stream, but go ahead, sub to the channel. You know, show the love. You know what I'm saying? Check out that membership. We got a membership that you get your exclusive emotes, and you can like emote on some people in chat. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
These two guys
We're here
don't
every
enjoy
day.
it.
Every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time.
People say, "Oh boy, they're so
Talking shit and blowing up terrorists. That's what we do.
They don't want. They don't like. I don't like seeing people killed. I've ended 8 wars. Nobody's ever done it.
Yeah.
The person who won the Nobel Prize came to me and said, "You deserve the Nobel Prize."
Oh, I
she
remember
announced
those.
that when they
Yo,
announced it.
W Wicked West. That's right. Double Tap Tuesday, boys.
They said,
Yeah. The lady from Venezuela.
goes to Maria. She's a great person, really a good person. She said, no. This is ridiculous. They gave me the Nobel Prize. President
Yeah.
Trump ended 8 wars. I could go over every one of
How
them,
does he know what
including
God wants?
India and Pakistan.
Well, he just told
where
you.
the Prime Minister of
do you
Pakistan
mean?
said President
He
Trump
literally just said it.
saved from 30 to 50 million lives. That makes me much
That's right.
happier.
Yo, whenever America wins this war against Iran, you best believe whenever I open up that stream on the morning, I'm going to be playing America Fuck Yeah. That's what's going to be playing. If you hear that song coming through in the morning, we just won the Iran war.
Than what we're doing right now. That makes me much happier. We have one more to end, by the way.
Yeah. No.
President, you called yesterday in your Truth Social, you called the Iranians crazy bastards.
True.
What is your response to critics who say that
I don't care about critics.
What is your response to critics who say that it is your mental health that should perhaps be examined as this war continues?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe after we bomb all their infrastructure and electricity and bridges, I mean win. Unconditional surrender. The complete removal of the IRGC and the regime. Anything less is a total failure on Trump's part.
I haven't heard that. But if that's the case, you're going to have more people like me because our country was being ripped off on trade, on everything for many years until I came along.
True.
So if that's the case, you're going to have more people. Dasha, go ahead. Dasha, go.
You said that very little is off limits in Iran.
I don't know where that song came from. All I know is that it's really good. I don't know where it's from.
Including power plants, bridges, you've mentioned those.
Very little is off limits.
Are there certain kinds of civilian targets, though? I'm thinking schools
I don't want to
or
tell you that.
hospitals that you
I don't want to
Why
tell
the
you that.
fuck? Why would he answer that? Are you? Oh my god. Why do they keep? This isn't the only time they've asked. Like, oh, well, what's the target? So you think he's gonna? You think dude? Come on, guys.
We have a plan because of the power of our military.
We're
Where
going to do whatever the
bridge
fuck we
Team
want.
America
Iran
movie? Okay.
will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night.
Everyone?
Where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete.
You know what's crazy? Is I don't think for a second that Trump owns their airspace or doesn't own their airspace. You know why? What other elected official wages war on a foreign country and says what they're gonna hit and then threatens them? Think about that. Like, there's no reason for you to announce that unless what you're saying is true. Because why would you give your enemy that advantage to know what you're going to hit unless you're 100% confident they have no advantage?
Demolition.
You know,
by 12 o'clock. And it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to. We don't want that to happen. We may even get involved with helping them rebuild their nation. And you know what? If that's the case, the last thing we want to do is start
That's
with...
true. He could be targeting something else. He could be targeting something else. We don't know that. That is true. He could just be misleading them on purpose.
Power plants, which are among the most expensive things, and bridges. Yeah. You saw the bridge. The bridge went.
Okay.
We were very close to a deal. And then I got a call from Mr. Witkoff, Mr. Kushner, and JD saying, I think they're breaking the deal. I said, tell them that's okay. Don't worry about it. But tell them to look out their window and watch. And within 45 minutes, I gave the order to knock out the biggest bridge. I gave the order, knock out the biggest bridge in, I believe, the Middle East, but the biggest bridge in Iran.
Just blew it up.
And within 10 minutes after I gave that order...
Bro just deleted that bridge. He was just like, you see that bridge? Now you see it? Now you don't.
That bridge was
gone?
Was over. So do I want to do that? No. Do I want to destroy their infrastructure?
Look out the window.
It will take them 100 years to rebuild.
That's right. What
bridge? Right now, if we left today, it would take them 20 years to rebuild their country, and it would never be as good as it was. And the only way they're going to be able to rebuild their country is to utilize the genius of the United States of America.
You voiced your displeasure with NATO in the past.
Yeah.
Is there a danger to the U.S. not being the de facto of the leader of the alliance, and then other powers within the alliance then getting the decision making when it comes to wars and nuclear weapons?
No, it's not a danger. NATO's, look, we went to NATO. I didn't ask very strongly. I just said, hey, if you want to help, great. No, we will not help. I said, that's all right. You don't want to help?
You don't have to
Because I've
help.
always said NATO's a paper tiger.
Uh-oh.
See, NATO's a paper tiger. Putin's not afraid of NATO. Putin's afraid of us, very afraid of us.
Yes, it's obvious. They're not scared of NATO. They're scared of us because we're the biggest military power. Like, that's why a lot of the communist countries called us the bullies. Like, they're not scared of NATO. NATO's a joke. NATO exists because of America. And it's been kept up by America. I mean, look at the British Royal Navy. There's like nothing left. It's not our fault you let your countries crumble. It's not ours. It's y'all's own fault. It's not, and I don't blame a lot of the citizens. I blame the representatives of those countries.
And he's explained it to me a lot of times. I got to know him very well. I know him very well. NATO's a paper tiger. NATO is us. And when we needed them, but we didn't need them, by the way.
Where were they?
We didn't need
What
them,
happened?
obviously,
What happened? Where'd they go?
They haven't helped at all. Just the opposite. They've actually gone out of their way not to help. They didn't even want to give us landing strips. Think of it. And it's not just NATO. You know who else didn't help us? South Korea didn't help us. You know who else didn't help us? Australia didn't help us. You know who else didn't help us? Japan. We've got 50,000 soldiers in Japan to protect them from North Korea.
Ridiculous.
We have 45,000 soldiers in South Korea to protect us from Kim Jong-un.
I love how we got soldiers all over the world. But these people, think about that. We got our soldiers scattered all over the world in these bases. And we're funding more into NATO than they are putting in. Why are we sending our soldiers all over the world in these bases? Why aren't they paying us to be there? We could be like the bodyguard of democracy, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we doing paying more into NATO than anybody else? Why?
Who I get along with very well, as you know. Do you notice he said very nice things about me? He used to call Joe Biden a mentally retarded person, okay? So...
You never helped anybody but yourselves. Man, there'd be a lot of countries right now speaking German. So you're just going to disregard World War I and World War II? So then what was World War I and World War II? Are you just going to discredit those two wars? Like, does this even, like, does that even compute for you? Are you a clanker, bro? Like, what? Are you a bot? You a clanker? You're not going to say anything now? You look like you was going to be very, very vocal until you got pulled up. What happened? You was talking big shot shit 5 seconds ago. Why'd you stop? What's the matter? Now you got the spotlight, you don't want to talk no more? What happened? That's crazy. Forget those. Did Venezuela attack us and their playgrounds? Make America ground Angus? Pot calling the kettle. I can't. If. Bro, we were attacked first. I think that you're fine. Iran saw the world call Israel evil and said, hold my hookah. That's funny. That's actually kind of funny. Like,
don't tell me about your stuff. Joe Biden, he said he's a mentally retarded person. He was so nasty to Joe Biden. It was terrible. But to me, he likes Trump. And do you notice how nice things are with North Korea? It's very nice.
Bro, like you're going to say the N-word for sure.
45,000 people.
He's going to say it.
In harm's way. And right next to Kim Jong-un with a lot of nuclear weapons.
Call him retarded.
45, which should have never happened.
Yeah.
If a certain president, I'm not going to mention this president because I happen to like him, believe it or not, but if a certain president did his job, Kim Jong-un would not have nuclear weapons right now. But they were all afraid to do their job properly.
Bro, Bill
but just
Clinton?
to conclude and just to finish.
Really?
Japan did.
You know, at this point, I should just be saying, okay, sure. Yeah, we started it. What you gonna do about it? Let's say we did start this. So what? Cry about it. Let's say that we live in a magical world where we actually started this and we're going to disregard the 47 years of capturing and killing American people and soldiers and the systematic funding of terrorism all over the Middle East. Sure. We'll do something about it, pussy. If we started it, then why isn't anybody else getting involved to stop us? All y'all could do is sit there and cry the ambulance, man. You know, you got to dial up the ambulance. Like, see, that's what I got. Like before, whenever I first started talking about this, bro, like I was getting threats up in this bitch, and now it's like they all like kind of shat themselves with the tail in between their legs and ran off, and it's like, well, what happened? Like,
didn't help us. Australia didn't help us.
come on.
South Korea didn't help us. And then you get to NATO. NATO didn't help us.
Man.
There were some countries that did. Now, countries that have been good, now you could also say they're got to be a little bit more involved because they're in the territory. But Saudi Arabia has been excellent. Qatar has been excellent.
They have been.
UAE has been excellent.
True.
Bahrain, Kuwait.
No,
I mean,
he's
Kuwait
retarded,
did shoot
yeah.
down 3 of our planes.
Bro really said, hope you get drafted. I'm too old to get drafted. It's great, isn't it? And why would they draft anybody? We have like 1.3 million soldiers. Ain't gonna be no draft, bro. We haven't lost a single American since we've been blowing up terrorists. We ain't getting drafted. You guys are completely out of touch with the world.
The only planes, really, that we lost with friendly fire, they call it.
Keep making your AI videos. Maybe one day they'll work.
I call it unfriendly fire. They unfortunately didn't know how to use our great Patriots.
Oops.
The pilot said, what kind of a
Kuwait
missile's
shot
coming
down
at us?
3 of our
Patriot.
planes.
Boom. They got out.
It was an
You think that people that are advocating for this should automatically sign up and be part of it? Yeah, sure. I'll sign up. Wait 2 months. The war is either going to be over, or I'm going to be handed an Xbox controller and told to blow, and I'm going to be told to fly this drone around and blow up terrorists. I guess what's next? You guys going to tell me that the Donald Trump should be down there on horseback with a sword? Come on, guys. This really all y'all got? This seems pretty stupid to me. This is what it looks like when 2 brain cells fight for the same space. Bro, y'all supposed to be working together. What the fuck y'all doing in that noggin, dude?
an accident too.
Because they know Patriot never misses. So they had beautiful Patriots. There were planes heading in their direction. Unfortunately, they decided to shoot those planes. They were our planes. So
yeah, you can't win them all, right?
No, NATO is a paper tiger. Now, he's coming to see me on Wednesday, as you know. He's a wonderful guy. Secretary General is great.
Oh.
Buddy, you're not doing anything. You're sitting in a chair. I am doing a lot more than you think. See, let me expand your third world mentality, or your brain, because a lot of people don't have the brain smoothness of a fucking table and the attention span of a dinner plate. Whenever I sit in this chair every morning, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., every morning, Central Time, by the way, every morning. So please sub to the channel and like. Turning people like you into content because you're just so stupid and you've got that third world mentality that you don't even understand because it's above you. Like, it's so above you that there's just not enough wrinkles yet. You give it a couple more rotations. Whenever I sit here, I preach America. I say America, fuck yeah. And I give people a voice who have been oppressed and attacked for preaching America. You wouldn't understand that, but for the most part, I'm the thing that terrorists don't like. And I can see why you would advocate against what I'm saying. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. But as long as I've got people like you that are dumb enough to get into my comments and push my video to a couple more viewers, I'm going to stay in this chair. And it's all thanks to people like you. And that's why you're not going to get permit. Everyone should give that man a round of applause and thank him. It's the stupidity that keeps the money and me in this chair.
And Mark Rutte, he's a great person, but he's got, and you know, it all began with, if you want to know the truth, Greenland. We want Greenland. They don't want to give it to us.
I forgot all about Greenland.
Bye-bye. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Absolute fucking cinema. Oh, is Morgan reposted? What'd you think of it?
Amazing thing. He scaled cliff faces.
Let me see.
Breaking this morning, sources confirming to Fox News that U.S. forces struck dozens of Iranian military.
Go get them, boys. Go get them. Blow them the fuck up. And don't stop until everything's glass.
Targets on Karg Island throughout the night.
So this as we are less than 12 hours away from President Trump's deadline for Iran.
I think Trump knows that they're not going to make a deal that's going to satisfy what people want. I think he knows that. Let's be honest.
The Strait of Hormuz or face obliteration.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Hey, Trey, what can you tell us?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Fox News can confirm overnight the United States hit dozens of targets on Iran's Karg Island. This is the island responsible for more than 90% of Iran's oil exports.
Let's see, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. No, I want to watch this shit for brains act like he's smarter than anyone else. No. Because I support this war. But, so what do you know that makes you think that you're smarter than me? And now's your time to actually stand out and be different from everybody else. So what do you think, in your opinion, makes you smarter than me? We're just there to steal their oil. Is that it? Is that the only thing you want to talk about? Is that it? I certainly hope that I didn't just pull up another person that's that's given me the same thing that I've read 30 times, because you about to get schooled. I'm about to bring down the hammer on you. What do you mean you didn't say that? It says it right here. We're just there to steal their oil. That's what it says right here. You're on screen, by the way. Everybody in the comments, everybody viewing can see you. You're not fooling anybody. You do realize this, right? I don't know if you're actually watching this, but nope, there is 5 minutes wasted. Maybe 5 minutes to you, but whenever I clip this out and make a video on it later, you're going to feel real stupid. So, I advocate for this war. Oh, we got to do the roundup, huh, boys? Got to do the roundup. Let me get a little stretch in. Oh, yeah, I can get that back muscle going. So, I want this war to happen because for 47 years, the Ayatollah has funded terrorism all over the Middle East and killed hundreds of American soldiers and people. They've also captured Americans, American soldiers, made Obama pay over $3 million in money to get them back, which, by the way, is about the same amount that it costs to rescue a pilot. No man left behind. W. Donald Trump. W. America. Also, the Ayatollah has been saying for 47 years that he wants to make nukes so that way he can maintain his power and most likely end up using them. We're also bombing the shit out of a terrorist organization that systematically R's people who wear their headscarves fucked up in their prisons, make them have prison babies, and then get killed because of some stupid-ass religion. We're also systematically helping out an entire race of people that were slaughtered, 45,000 strong, in prison. They were going to do public executions, but because of Trump's intervention, they decided to just do it quietly behind bars and lined up body bags after they decided to go through on quad bikes with AKs and kill peaceful protesters. They're peaceful protesters because they're not allowed to have guns there. There are strict regulations on it. Also, they killed a wrestler because they claimed that he killed police officers. But it's interesting to me for anyone to take anything that the IRGC is saying, because they are putting up AI videos on Twitter of them blowing up the USS Abraham Lincoln. They're also putting up AI videos on Twitter of them capturing B-2 bombers and of the pilot being captured and of Lego BS. These people are trying to maintain their occupancy in this country and that country. And in the second that America started bombing them, they immediately had turned on all their allies and started trying to bomb hotels and the biggest buildings in Dubai with drones and missiles. So they turned on all their allies. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. There's still more. There's more to this. As they were scribbling Trump's name on the wall prior to them being body bagged, they made the loved ones of the people that were body bagged pay for the bullets that killed their loved ones. You also want to keep into account that these people cried and bitched and complained because a United States missile, or United States made missile, we don't even know where it came from, struck a school next to a military base. But you want to systematically give 12-year-olds the right to join up in Iran's army. Sure, they have the right at the age of 12 to consent to joining up for the army, just like they consent to marrying a 50-year-old in Iran, right? Right? But it's all about the oil. You know what the oil is? We should take 50% of it because we liberated them. The oil's a payment. I think I've gone through the laundry list. I think that's everything. But you want to get stuck on the oil, right? Let's go ahead and keep using the oil and calling people names because they disagree with your view. Maybe one day, someone like you might have just enough brainwashed people.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin says the targets included bunkers, radar stations, and ammunition storage. As this was taking place, the clock is ticking as it relates to that deadline President Trump laid out Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, just about 12 hours from now, before Iran must make a deal with the United States, or the president says he will order strikes against Iranian power plants and bridges. This is what the president...
Donald Trump. Do whatever it takes. Get this war over with.
Had to say yesterday from the White House.
We have a plan, because of the power of our military, where every bridge...
Sorry, but whenever the Ayatollah gets bombed and you have people being forced to use Starlink to get their messages out about how they need help in Iran because the government turned it off because they were systematically genociding 45,000 people. And you see the little videos coming out of Iran of them cheering after the Ayatollah was bombed. You ain't gonna get sympathy from me. I say drop more bombs.
In Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete demolition.
Remember, Trump told them 24 hours in advance that he was going to blow up bridges and blow up power plants. What should this administration be doing right the fuck now in Iran? Evacuating power plants and closing off bridges. So whenever those missiles strike at midnight because they can't pull their heads out of their ass, and people start crying, these IRGC members start crying that people are getting killed. Remember, they had 24 hours in advance to not use a fucking meat shield. You get no sympathy. None.
By 12 o'clock, and it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to. We don't want that to happen.
I want to pull up here the demands for the United States and Iran. You can see here some big differences. The U.S. is calling for the dismantlement of Iran's nuclear facilities.
I'm glad y'all here, man. Every day that I wake up and I see all these viewers that keep pouring in here, it's a damn good day to be an American. It is. If y'all new here, please sub to the channel. Hit like on the stream. Every little bit helps. Check out the membership. You don't have to get the membership, but just take a look at it. Maybe one day whenever you want to, get that continuous membership, you know what I'm saying? Hit it up. Check it out. Like, just being here every day whenever I go live, because I go live every day. 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. every single fucking day. I'm going to be sitting my fucking fat ass in this chair talking shit about blowing up terrorists.
Rich uranium, missile constraints, the Strait of Hormuz being opened, and an end to Iran's support.
It's a damn good day to be an American.
Groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. Now, the Iranians are calling for guarantees as it relates to no further attacks, full sanctions relief, war compensation, a payment system for the
Oh, I don't think I'm... Debase my argument by strawmanning them. I'm... I don't know if you're... I don't need to listen to Trump. See, that's where a lot of people get it twisted here. You do realize that the videos that I saw never came from Trump? The videos that I saw with my own eyes came from Asmongold and his Iranian viewers that showed him what was going on in Iran prior to Trump's arrival. Asmongold was the first American that covered what was going on in Iran. You know who picked up on it after? Fox News. I don't think I've heard Trump talk once, other than like saying the 45K, about the body bags that were being lined up on the street and forcing the loved ones to come and pay for the bullets that killed them, just so they could collect the body. You know why? It's probably because he's not allowed to. I love that people seem to think that I'm getting all this information from one place. That shows how ignorant you are. I would assume that's directed towards me. Oh, you must be... oh, yeah, I do want... So, like, if you're new here, I want this. I want y'all to bicker amongst yourselves, because, like, I feel like this is a safer space than trying to go to than trying to get kirked, I guess. So, like, I want y'all to talk to each other. Use the, like, @ and their username. So that way, when... Because, like, I pull people up, because usually they, like, direct a lot of their messages towards me. If you're chit-chatting with somebody in the comments... You can call them out directly. I love seeing that. I love seeing, dude, that makes my whole day.
Strait of Hormuz, and finally the removal of regional U.S.
I absolutely recommend that even on videos. Absolutely 100%.
Now, the president told me over the weekend that Iran isn't even negotiating anymore about their nuclear program and that they've conceded already on many issues. They said that a variety of different points the Iranians came to the table, but they have lost that leverage, according to the president. With this talk of diplomacy, we're also learning more about the daring rescue that happened over the weekend to save a stranded U.S. airman. High-level U.S. sources telling Fox News that while the airman rescue was ongoing, CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper directed a strike on an IRGC headquarters
I don't
in
think
an
I have.
underground facility
I don't think
in
I've seen that
Tehran.
second ground.
B-2 bombers were
Two
using
under-
bunker buster
two
bombs, the
underground.
same
I don't think I've
weapons
seen
used
that.
during Operation Midnight Hammer to obliterate that IRGC headquarters. This just gives you a sense of how kinetic the activity is in Iran at the moment. The United States maintains the ability.
I think there's more than one person calling you out, man. I know you do realize that the stream's always going to be up, and that my own research instead of giving me facts again. Surprise, surprise. They're telling you that. They're telling you that because you should be listening to everybody, left and right, and come to your own critical thought conclusion. That's where a lot of people seem to get stuck, is that if you just listen to one side and you don't go to both sides of that argument and get the information from both sides. But if you want any proof, it's all up on the channel. You might have to do a little digging, but it's there.
To operate freely in the skies of Iran. And while the B-2 bombers were dropping bombs on a target outside of the Iranian capital, south of the city of Isfahan.
That's why they're saying it, bro. I'll be covering everything at launch. Everything.
Hundreds of U.S. Special Forces rescuing their stranded colleague. Guys?
I'm sorry, Trey. There's some breaking news on Truth Social.
Yeah.
Ainsley, do you want to read that?
Sure. So Donald Trump just posted this. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However,
holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Guys?
I'm sorry, Trey.
Bro, he may be the commander-in-chief that nobody wanted, but he is the commander-in-chief that we all needed.
Some breaking news on Truth Social.
Yeah.
Ainsley, do you want to read that?
Sure. So Donald Trump just posted this. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out.
I think that we should level the entire goddamn thing and then help the Iranians build it back up. They don't want the IRGC any more there any more than we do. We need to. I'm sure to an extent they would be okay with that if we bombed their bridges and their power plants and unfortunately their water filtration. It sucks that it's going to have to come to that, but I think that we need to do it. And we can go in there and help build them back up and make them an amazing place. I genuinely think that.
Tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world, 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
So this is clearly an escalation. As everyone knows, the president has an 8 p.m. deadline. He talked about the power energy plants being targets up the rail stations as well. We know the notice from.
I mean, I don't want the innocent civilians that want this to, die. A lot of them already died because of that protest that they did. I don't want them to die. Nobody wants them to die, but they know as well as we do that the IRGC has to go. That it has to go.
The IDF have told the civilians do not get on the railroad because America, the Israelis, we don't target civilians. There's only one side that is doing that. But the president is making it very clear that these options are still on the table. He does not want death and destruction. But the deadline is the deadline, and it doesn't seem like he's going to move it.
No, and Trey Ying's still with us live from Tel Aviv. Trey, what's your reaction to this new post?
Look, I spoke with President Trump over the weekend, and I can tell you that he's not bluffing as it relates to targeting Iran's energy
I wonder what Trump told him he can and can't say.
infrastructure, power plants, and bridges. He was very serious if the Iranians are unwilling to make a deal.
Remember, they had 24 hours to evacuate those locations in the chance there wasn't a deal. Power plants and bridges. Okay? 24 hours. Close off bridges and shut down power plants and remove people from the facilities. You know, those bitches, those crying little pussies, are going to be going, oh, they bombed our electric plants. Oh, they killed so many innocent people. Why were they there? How many soldiers did you have lined outside to make sure that they didn't leave? That's the question we need to immediately ask.
There will be extremely heavy consequences.
We're just going on a field trip to the power plant today, kiddies. Oh, don't worry.
In this post on Truth Social, though, says a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. And so certainly questions to ask the president today about the context of this post on Truth Social and possible plans for the United States and what the list of targets may look like and the type of munition that would be used against the Iranians if he moves forward with strikes against the regime. Again, this is the final moment here, an off-ramp for the Iranians. The president, it appears in this post on Truth Social, is once again putting the most amount of pressure possible on the regime in order to encourage them to make an agreement. The sense that I got from the president is that he doesn't want to have to take this action, but he is willing to do it if the Iranians are still unwilling.
Yeah, you got to be willing to get in the trenches if you're ready to go to war with the country, dude. That's just all there is to it. You need to win that war. If you're going to war with a country, you don't need a fucking cop-out of, oh, well, we made it. No, dude. If you're going to war, you need to win that motherfucker. Otherwise, it's all a waste.
To make a good faith deal.
You got to be ready to get your hands dirty, bro.
Additional information that I'm getting from Israeli sources about the energy program in Iran. A senior Israeli defense official telling me just now the Islamic regime's greatest vulnerability is energy. They describe the energy system in Iran as the Achilles heel for the Islamic Republic because roughly 50% of Iran's GDP is based on their energy program. And this is part of the reason that the president is focusing his threats on the energy infrastructure inside of Iran. The president understands that when it comes to the Iranian regime, the two things that are keeping this regime
they're gonna let it get blown up. Like, you have to realize that the IRGC and the members of this regime know full well that they're either gonna get killed by a missile from America or Israel, or they're gonna get killed by the civilians that they've kept hostage for 47 years. You need to understand that this regime is going to die either way. And they know that. That's why they're not surrendering. That's what the people don't seem to understand is these people, they'll fight to their last breath, which is why it's so damn imperative that the Iranian people start rising up against this.
Float are their energy infrastructure that is used to funnel money to the IRGC and the weapons that are currently being used against U.S. forces and allies across the region, and the oil infrastructure. And as Fox...
Don't say the Iranians rejected the deal. The IRGC and the regime occupying that country rejected that deal.
Confirm overnight dozens of U.S. strikes targeted Karg Island, where 90% of Iran's oil exports are located. This gives you a sense that the United States is looking once again to send a final message to the Iranian regime. The president on Truth Social just moments ago sending a final message to the Iranian regime.
Yeah, he sure has. And certainly we were talking about an escalation of significance here. And as you point out, Trey, so succinctly, Iran is a one commodity economy. It's also tied to the global market. But when we let's go back to this post we just got, because that is strong language, because many have wondered whether or not the power plants and bridges would have any military nexus or not. A military nexus would be a military target, but while a civilian one perhaps would not be. How do you read this post as it relates to whether or not this is confined to the military nexus or the entire country? And just to, again, for our viewers, just getting this breaking news, let us give it to you again. He says this: a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back.
That's terrifying. I'm not going to lie, that's terrifying.
again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
Yo, W. Donald Trump. W. Donald Trump.
Hey, Trey, also, Iran is urging...
You have to be stern and fair. That's
this
right.
This is what I had heard from another agency, a news agency earlier.
I mean, shit, we've given the IRGC, what, damn near a month of negotiations total? So it was a week up to us getting there, another week of us talking while we were there. And now that we're talking again, it's been another, like, almost 2.5 weeks. Plenty of time to lay down your arms and give a full, unconditional surrender.
They're used to gather as human shields and form these human chains around the power plants.
Yeah, I saw those reports as well. If they do that, that is illegal under international law. You can't use human shields on the battlefield. But we should note here a few things as it relates to the president's post on Truth Social. What the president knows and what the public knows are two very different things. There are a lot of conversations and preparations going on behind the scenes, even as we are talking right now. A very high-ranking source just sent me a screenshot of the president's post here and is typing right now. There is an understanding that both Israel and the United States, as Operation Epic Fury continues, are working side by side on an hourly basis to prepare a variety of contingency plans on the battlefield. And
He's not talking to nobody now.
We're analyzing this post on Truth Social, but let's think about what's happened over the past 24 hours.
The past 24 hours, Trump has been decimating more and more of the Iranian regime. That's what's been going on. Oh, man.
Let's bring in our former Trump Deputy National Security Advisor, KT McFarland. Good morning to you, KT.
Good morning. What an extraordinary day, and we are in for a 12-hour period that's going to determine the future of the Middle East and probably the world.
What was your reaction to that Truth Social? The whole civilization will die. He doesn't want it to happen, but it probably will.
Yeah, I think that what President Trump said yesterday when he said we're negotiating with new people, and then in the Truth Social post, which you've just read, he said we're negotiating with a new regime, a changed regime. That means that there are pretty active negotiations going on. And then the attack this morning, or just a few minutes ago, on Karg Island. Karg Island it does two things. It's in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz, and it has military facilities on the site, on the island, and it has where all the oil gets offloaded from Iran pipelines and then onto tankers. So what President Trump has just done is he's taken out the military capability, all the facilities, the naval facilities and others on Karg Island, and all he has to do is turn the guns just a few miles, and he could take out their entire oil export industry. And as you've just...
Damn. So that's why they did that to Karg Island. Okay. Holy shit. Bro.
Talked about, this is like 50% of their GNP. This is the IRGC's piggy bank. This is how they make the money. And so President Trump is saying to these new leaders that he's now negotiating with, see what I can do, and in 12 hours, if you don't agree to my demands, then we could blow up the whole thing. And
that's exactly what I said they needed to do too. Take the island, nuke the area around the island that are sending in those boats that are the mine boats and the drones. That's almost identically what I said. I wonder what kind of bomb they're gonna use. They took the island. Can y'all see that? Oh, some of y'all can't see that. Hold on. Hold on. Some of y'all down in the other chat can't see that. There. That island is this right here, this little red dot on the map. And now they need to bomb the area around it and then open up that strait. I believe that's what this is, right? Or is this a different island? This is further up. What the fuck is this island?
See, if you don't agree to my demands.
Where is Karg Island? Where is Karg Island around Iran? What is that little island called? No, that's way up. I don't know what the fuck that is. No, that's not it. That's not by the strait. That's way too far away from the strait. What the hell is he doing? I mean, I guess it makes sense for them not to keep it. What an interesting plot. So they have Karg Island up higher. That's near most of the infrastructure for Iran, right? And most of the electrical infrastructure for Iran is there. Most of their money-making capabilities are there. They kept it away from the Strait of Hormuz because they knew that if they ever had to fight with America, they had to shut down the Strait of Hormuz to cause pressure on America to reopen it. They were going to cause the other countries to put pressure on America to open up the Strait of Hormuz. But what they didn't realize is that the rest of the world's navies and powers were so weak that they weren't going to do anything. It was all going to be talk. They didn't expect that.
Then we could blow up the whole thing. And that really will set Iran's economy back, its infrastructure back. It could be rebuilt, and it could be rebuilt with American
help. By the way,
help.
sub to the channel. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, every single day.
But it will put Iran in just a devastating position. So this is going to be
like the stream as well. Liking the stream helps get more viewers up in here that are like-minded.
The most bare-knuckle 12 hours you have ever experienced.
So, KT, there are some that are still saying that questioning whether or not President Trump means what he says. And the escalation ladder that he has just put in that post is quite significant. What would you say to those that think maybe this is Trump bluffing?
I don't think it is. How many times does Trump have to say he's going to do something and then do it before people stop getting surprised? Why do you think Cuba's roaching the fuck out? It's nice to see an administration that isn't filled with smooth brains and a bunch of people with the attention span of a fucking dirty dish. I mean, let's be honest here. How many more times does Trump have to bomb the fuck out of something or kidnap somebody from their own country before they before they realize that he's not fucking around? Seriously. When does it end? Oh, I couldn't believe that he did that. He said he was going to do it, motherfucker. What? He said he was going to do it. He said he was going to bomb the shit out of our... Like, what? What are you on about?
Start paying attention. You know, I've been in the Situation Room with President Trump in the first term where he had to make really tough calls. And it was, whether it was military calls or others, he made the tough calls. He understands the significance and the danger of it and the risk, but he's willing to take the tough call. Do not underestimate his ability. He is not bluffing. He has got in place all the military facilities he needs. All the American Armada is there. The entire strength of the United States Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, we're there. And if you've just seen and paid attention on Easter Sunday weekend, saw that the United States has just pulled off a rescue mission that no other country in the world could even conceive of doing, much less carrying out. This is not President Trump bluffing. This is 12 hours that this new Iranian regime he's negotiating with. They've got 12 hours.
You sit there and you try to send a force to capture an American soldier because he's the only way you're going to win this war and you know it, and they start raining hell on you on that mountaintop the way they did and didn't lose a single American life. And they recovered that soldier. As far as I'm concerned, Trump's doing everything he needs to be doing running this damn country. Now finish this goddamn war.
Hours to make a decision. Do they want to end their civilization or do they want to accede to our demands and then be embraced by the United States and the world community? Their choice.
KT, I was just going back and forth with a source right now and through text message, and they said the President of the United States has tried to avoid civilians, casualties in this. If the Iranians don't make a deal, they may have left the president no choice. What do they mean by that?
Look, man, I love you. No homo. You cool and everything, right? That is the dumbest question I've ever heard you say. You know what that means. Don't sit there and play dumb for Fox.
You know, I don't think the president's not going to target civilians. He's not going to target schools or hospitals. That's not what he does.
You know why? Because it doesn't serve any fucking function. What does blowing up a school filled with people do? Nothing. What does blowing up a bridge do? Well, blowing up a bridge means that there's a lot of people that can't go back and forth to work, which means that they're now in a type of way they are forced to either rise up against their regime or die. It sucks that that Trump sent a bunch of guns to the Iranian people, but it was sent to the Kurds, and the Kurds ended up just keeping them all. These people don't have a fat chance in hell. I feel so bad for the Iranian people. I do. These poor people have been fucking systematically killed and oppressed and fucked up for the past 47 years, and they still can't catch a break, bro. Even after everything, they still can't catch a break.
What Americans do. What he will do is target the military facilities, and that might include military infrastructure. We've certainly taken most of that out, but it will include industrial infrastructure. Right. It will certainly include the energy and oil infrastructure. We're not going after children and civilians. Who's going after them? It's the Iranian government that's saying to their children, go stand in front of the power plants so you can be.
Damn, doesn't it just feel so good to be validated all the fucking time? Doesn't that just feel so good, boys?
Human shields.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, when I read this, I interpret this as there's going to be, does this mean that he's working with the good guys over there to work on a new regime change? And then he's going to go in and take out all the rest of the bad guys, the regime, the leaders that are still in office?
Well, they expected the Kurds, because a lot of them are exiled Iranians that have had to watch their family members get killed. They wanted a piece of the fight. It shocks me that they kept the firearms, man. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
And we are still alive?
You know, what he said yesterday in the press conference, which is very revealing, he said, look at the mistake we made in Iraq, where the Bush administration went in and they fired everybody. They fired all the military, all the civilians, all the government workers, and then we had to occupy it and we had to run it. That's not what President Trump wants. He wants a change regime at the top, and maybe the top tier doesn't agree to the change. Maybe the second tier does. Maybe we get to the third tier.
I mean, how many radicals do you have to blow up before the next one's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to die. Exactly. Like, everyone can talk a big game when it comes to their radical religious views. But the minute that it goes from, I'm willing to die for my cause, to people dying for their cause, you're going to see a lot of people that were never really that way roach out. Almost instantaneously.
Also, in the last 48 hours, a number of senior Iranian military and intelligence officials were taken out. We've got the addresses of everybody we need to take out. We are looking now for a regime, a new regime, a changed regime, or maybe the old regime which changes its mind. We want to work with them the same way we've worked with Venezuela. And that's why I think yesterday when President Trump gave his press conference, he kept talking about Venezuela. That's the model we want.
Well, and Katie, let me ask you, so there still would remain, this is going to be quite a remarkable 12 hours, but one thing that's still at the heart of this is this 60% enriched uranium. How do you see that playing out? Because what we're talking about is a very kinetic, significant bombing that is coming possibly.
I can't even count on one hand how many veterans view these streams on a daily basis. That's crazy. Well, maybe you can go spew your negativity somewhere else. America ain't the place for it.
Hours, but you still have that enriched uranium at 60%.
And hardened. It's in hardened sites. It's not sitting in
Yeah,
plain
let's
sight.
see. Let's see how many times. Let's see if they can keep enriching that uranium when they ain't got no damn power to power it.
So our demands have remained consistent throughout. You know, no nuclear weapons, no highly enriched uranium, no missiles that are capable of reaching the United States, keep open the Strait of Hormuz. We're consistent about it. And President Trump's made it very clear.
Unconditional surrender. That's the beautiful one right there. Unconditional surrender.
Uranium is the critical part of a nuclear weapon. Now, if it's true that President Trump said they're no longer even, we've taken off the nuclear weapons issue off the table, that means he's confident that either they're going to have the new or changed regime in Iran say, okay, we're going to stop enriching uranium, we're going to turn over our highly enriched uranium. There will be a point at which, even if they agree to it, we'll have to verify that. You know, trust but verify. And we'll see how that goes. Do they let in inspectors? Do we have to have somebody on the ground who takes a look and sees, have they really kept their word on this? You know, this is not, even if we get an agreement within the next 12 hours, then it'll be the enforcement of that agreement and the certainty.
You know who else fought to the death? They will not surrender, dude. They will fight to the death. It's their ideology. You know who else did that? Japan. Kamikaze pilots. They would commit seppuku whenever they would lose ground. The generals would do themselves in. They would light up grenades in their hands and run at American soldiers. We dropped 2 bombs and they surrendered the next day. Don't tell me it can't be done. We've done it before. When you start seeing your loved ones get vaporized and the only thing that's left on the ground is a pile of skin and a shadow, you start changing your tune real quick. Whenever your eyes get burned to the back of your skull and you go blind from the brightness of the fucking sun splitting it on the face of the planet, you change your tune real quick. You see how quickly people can fold. And you know what's crazy is that we had planned for a 3rd one, and a 4th one, and a 5th one, and a 6th one, and a 7th one, and an 8th one, and a 9th one. You think that we wouldn't have stopped bombing that population until it was nothing but dust and glass? Now they're one of our greatest allies, the Japanese. Don't tell me it can't be done. We've done it before. Who's got the balls to do it again? That's what we should be asking.
That they are following that agreement.
KT, always great to have you on. Thank you so much.
KT.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
You in a war, you need to win that mug, bruh. Stop fucking around. I'm not saying drop nukes, but I am saying stop fucking with these people.
Senior U.S. official with me in a conversation earlier today said the following: "We are absolutely in touch with Iran. Absolutely. The talks have been positive."
I believe it. I believe it. I believe that was Trump. Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Okay. Senior U.S. official with me in a conversation earlier today said the following: "We are absolutely in touch with Iran. Absolutely."
That's Trump. I don't care. I don't care who you want to. You can say that was Raisin Cane, Colonel Raisin Cane. Bro, ain't no chicken gonna talk like that. That's Trump.
The talks have been positive. If we get lucky, we will have something by the end of the day. End of the day, suggesting 8 o'clock later tonight. So on the clock, wherever you are in the time zone right now, that's 11 hours from now. I think it's important for 2 things, Dana. When you look at what the vice president said in Hungary last hour, he talked about the military objectives of Iran are being completed now, which I think might surprise a lot of people, but still feels confident that it can get a response by 8 o'clock tonight. Now, what the president said yesterday when he was in the briefing room, he said the Iranians came back with a 10-point plan, but it did not meet the satisfaction about the nuclear program or the Strait of Hormuz. But he still said it's a significant proposal, significant step. It's not good enough, but it's a very significant step. So whether or not there is some some hints in all of this we'll see throughout the course
Yep,
of the
so we'll
day
take
today.
you through all of it. We are 11 hours away from the president's ultimatum to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and come to a deal or else face obliteration. American forces are keeping up the pressure, bombing dozens of military targets on Kharg Island overnight, and that's according to a U.S. official.
So we also got this from the last hour on Truth Social moments ago. Here we go now, and it's a long one. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
So let's get going. Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv. Dan Hoffman with analysis on where this could all be heading. But first, a busy day at the White House, and that's where we find Alexandria Hoff. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Dana. Well, you know, there have been very few presidential warnings in history. As sobering as the first 6 words of that Truth Social post, a whole civilization will die today. And sobering is the point of this. President Trump saying he is not pushing back this 8 p.m. deadline as he had pushed back deadlines before, that Iran has had more than enough time to come to their senses, to come to a deal and open up the Strait of Hormuz. Speaking from the briefing room podium yesterday, the president said that he still has interest and optimism in coming to a diplomatic resolution.
I can tell you they're negotiating, we think, in good faith. We're going to find out. We're getting the help of some incredible countries that want this to be ended because it affects them also. A lot of people are affected by this, but we're giving them till tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern
So
time.
8 Eastern, that is 3:30 a.m. Tehran time. The president does not want them to sleep on that deadline. And following through with this threat of decimation to Iranian power plants, that is what is promised here. It's something the president said that he will do if necessary, but doesn't want to.
See, this ain't an AI video. This is real footage. See, whenever you build your entire nation on propaganda and terrorism, you have to continue to terrorize people by making AI videos and keeping them illiterate. See, that's what the beautiful thing is about America, is that we can just post videos that actually happened. That's the best part.
The U.S. has to extend a hand in eventually helping Iran rebuild.
I mean, complete demolition by 12 o'clock. And it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to. We don't want that to happen. We may even get involved with helping them rebuild their nation. And you know,
What the fuck? People saying campaign, Gaza now strays, Gaza trade can easily fix this. Didn't full-fledged move in on that. I don't want to see anyone hurt now. I realize the oil is not ours. You kind of are low-key, you just said. Y'all know who I mean. This and not be characteristics of the biblical ones in the people. Man. Why should people die when these rich men keep sending orders and live? That's the one that got me. That's crazy. So, why should the Iranian people be genocided by 45,000 strong for peacefully protesting in Iran? Why should they be publicly executed for having a difference in political opinion? Why should they be lined up on the streets in body bags? And why should their family members be forced to pay for the ammunition that was used to kill their loved one in order to collect their bodies? Why should any person in Iran have their family threatened for not having a headscarf on? Why should any of that be happening? See, I don't understand that mentality. Oh, you're agreeing. Okay. I don't know, learn the truth. War is not good for anyone, yet you speak of it. You know what war is? War is a means to an end, just like Donald Trump and Israel. It's a stepping stool. Freedom ain't free. Think about how many people got killed to make sure that we're able to sit in our rooms and watch streamers or be streamers or have your job. Think about how many American soldiers had to die to build this country and make it what it is today. Think about that. Sometimes you got to get your hands dirty to get the job done. No one agrees with it, but whenever the job needs to get done, get the job done. You don't have to agree with it. That's why someone like Donald Trump is running the country, while someone like you could sit at home and complain, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But you don't want somebody that's soft running the country. You know what? You want somebody that's going to bomb the fuck out of terrorists and then post it on social media saying, gotta get them all. That's what you need. You need somebody that's going to demoralize these people and make them surrender. You want them to buckle under the pressure and under the fear of death. That's why we're all able to sit where we're at in this country and call it a shitty country. It's because of our freedom. You know why? Because in any other country, you would be locked up or removed from the gene pool for even having a sign that goes against the current ruler. That's why. You think that ability was just given to us? No, we took that shit. Just like we took this land. We conquered it, made it our own, and formed it into what we call America today.
That's the case. The last thing we want to do is start with power plants, which are among the most expensive things.
Now, the president yesterday dismissing any criticism that targeting civilian infrastructure would amount to a war crime. He says given these stakes at hand, that just would not apply. Meanwhile, Iranian officials via state TV are urging young people, civilians in their country, to create these human chains and human shields around power plants. But, you know, with that truth,
I don't mind that person. I don't mind that person. They're not calling anybody names. They're keeping their head low. They're not trying to cause a whole bunch of trouble. You could have a difference of opinion. That's fine. Just don't call no one names. That's the only thing I ask. Don't call no one names. You'll get pulled up, but you won't get permit. You might get pulled up, and I wasn't making fun of that person. I was stating a fact that a lot of people don't think of because they're captured. You got to open up the whole spectrum. You can take that knowledge and do with it what you want. You can go and look it up yourself. Think about the tactics that the original people, the original white men used when we came to this continent. We gave the Native Americans clothing that had smallpox on it to wipe out their enemies, and then we wiped them out. That's what we did. We used biological warfare on the Native Americans to be where we're at. Sometimes you got to do some icky, nasty shit to get the job done. When it comes to war, nothing you're going to do is going to be okay. You've got to learn how to live with that.
Post. I think there's a psychological element to that. The president's trying to speak directly to those who are potentially in Iranian emerging leadership who he has called reasonable, telling them to take
this moment, Allison,
utilize it, and prove that to be the case of them being reasonable. Send it back to you guys.
All right, Alex, thank you.
So we want to get to Trey Yingst now, the latest from Tel Aviv. And Trey, good afternoon to you. What more do you have?
You're not gonna emotionally make me feel bad for something I didn't do. I'm not the one bombing people. I mean, if you gave me a fucking controller and you said bomb people for a live stream, I probably would. I'd probably bomb a lot of terrorists, man. I'm gonna be honest. I would bomb a lot of terrorists. I wouldn't bomb the Iranian people. I would do that. I would definitely bomb terrorists. You're You're not... Hold on. I actually have a rebuttal to that. I have a specific rebuttal. Here you go. Here you go. Hold on. I got something for that. Where did that go? And you're proud of that. But it's about the lives, LOL. So do you think that you can reform somebody that goes up and down a sea line or a coast and butchers 37 people and then eats their bodies? Do you think you can reform somebody like that? Or do you think they're better off dead? Based on that logic, should we keep him in jail? Should we give him the death penalty? Or should we give him a work camp for the rest of his life? What do you think the family would say to that? Do you think that you can reform somebody that butchers 37 people up and down a coastline and eats them? But you want to talk about lives. So what about the lives that each one of those IRGC members killed for somebody being out past curfew? Could you imagine the families and the kids that had to watch their loved ones get put down on their knees and popped in the fucking back of the head whenever they were across the street for being out a couple minutes past curfew? What about those people? What about them? What about the 35,000 or 45,000 Iranian people that were systematically genocided by people that were running around on quad bikes with ARs mowing down people with no guns? What about them? Do you think you can reform them? But you want to make me feel bad? At least I got the moral clarity to know what's right and wrong. What about the fucking girls' school? What about the fact that the age to consent to join the Iranian military is fucking 12? What about that? It's 12. What 12-year-old has the right to consent to join a war? I know. A bunch of terrorists trying to use kids as fucking body shields. That's who. You should be asking where the school was located. That's what you should be asking. That's odd. Why did this happen? We still don't even know who the fuck did it. All they know is that it was a Patriot missile. You know who has Patriot missiles? Everybody in the fucking world has Patriot missiles. You know why? Because it's just being manufactured. That doesn't mean that America launched it. What about the underage marriages that these kids are being forced to go through at the age of 12, marrying a 50-year-old? What about the underage 12-year-olds that apparently have the consent to join up for their military? That's not what's happening. They're being torn away from their fucking families and used as body shields. Your slop won't work here. It won't work. What about all the loved ones that had to watch their families get mowed down, peacefully protesting their government? Nah, man, you get no sympathy for me.
At this hour. Hello.
Yeah, Bill, good morning. Anticipation is growing across the region ahead of that 8 p.m. Eastern Time deadline tonight and that post by President Trump on Truth Social.
You want to hear these fucking terrorists crying about kids being killed? They don't give a fuck about them. They never did. It's a means to an end to make America look bad. Why do you think no other country's gotten involved? Because everybody knows what kind of people these fucking terrorists are and what they're willing to do to maintain power over these people.
Where he said, in part, we will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long
You
and
can't make a deal with a terrorist. You can't.
History of the world. It comes as Fox News can confirm that dozens of U.S. strikes targeted Iran's Karg Island overnight. Fox's Jennifer Griffin
How's it
says
going,
the
Clarence?
targets included bunkers, radar stations, and ammunition storage. Landing docks, though, Jennifer says, were intentionally not targeted, according to a senior U.S. official. As this is taking place, the talk of diplomacy continues, and
That type of emotional manipulation is all over the internet. It is. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's all there to dissuade you from feeling the way you do. But when you start digging into it and you start getting all the information from it instead of one side, you start opening your eyes. Look it up. Look up what the legal age is to consent to join the military in Iran. Do you think those kids are consenting, or do you think they're being ripped away from their parents? Put 2 and 2 together.
Many people, including the Israelis and Gulf countries, waiting to see what will happen in the hours ahead. President Trump saying yesterday from the James Brady briefing room what will happen if diplomacy doesn't prevail.
We have a plan, because of the power of our military, where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete.
And you hear this tactic. I want y'all to let this sink in. Whenever you blow up terrorists and then you make fun of them being blown up, it's a tactic. It's fear-mongering. It's to make them scared of America. And they should be scared. I'm scared of our own troops. You know why? Because they're fucking badasses. They're monsters, dude. If Americans are scared of their own troops because we don't even know what kind of technology they have, I hear Trump saying, yeah, they went to shoot us, but then their shit just didn't work. And there's a reason for that. That tells me I don't want nothing to do with that. We got Maduro people that were supposed to be the security detail for Maduro saying that there were few and we were many, and they just kept killing us. The lights went out, and then we started bleeding from our nose and mouths, and we couldn't move. No. Fuck no. Fuck everything. You can have, look here, man. You want the car, you can have, you want the apartment, take the apartment. I don't care. Fuck it. I don't, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth whatever bullshit that is. Take it.
12 o'clock.
You
and
good.
It'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to. We don't want that to happen.
President Trump telling Fox News over the weekend that Iran isn't even negotiating anymore about their nuclear program. The president said, quote, the big thing is they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They're not even negotiating that point. It's so easy. That's already been conceded. Most of the points are conceded. Now, with the talk of diplomacy, we're also learning more about that daring rescue operation to save a U.S. airman over the weekend. High-level U.S. sources told Fox News that while the airman rescue was going on, that U.S. Central Command Commander Admiral Brad Cooper directed a strike on
by the way, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Every like on the stream helps, does wonders. Sub to the channel. We're here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Every single day. Was even here on Easter.
GC headquarters in an underground facility near the Iranian capital of Tehran. I'm told the strike was done with B-2 bombers that flew from the United States using bunker buster bombs, the same weapons used in Operation Midnight Hammer. The source telling Fox News the headquarters was obliterated. And so clearly the United States and Israel keeping up the pressure on the Islamic Republic. And we know today the Israelis bombed many of the rail bridges across Iran after warning civilians there to stay away from the trains. Bill, Dana?
Remarkable stuff.
I know, right? That Dorito, dude, that is a sexy looking Dorito, bro. That thing is worth more than the GDP of most countries. That's crazy, bro.
Thanks, Trey Ying's watching every headline from the Middle East for us.
Apparently, America owns 19 of them, and we're obviously the only country in the world that has any of them. So, you know, United States military,
Dan Hoffman now for analysis,
and Army, and Air Force, and Space Force, and Marines.
Deadline. Go ahead and size it up. What's the pro? What's the con? How do you see it?
Well, I think there's three ways this could play out, Bill. One is that we do nothing. I certainly don't see that happening. The second option is that we either have a deal or significant progress towards a deal. And the third option is that we don't get any of that progress and the president decides to start launching these strikes. This is
the B-2 bomber. It's called the B-2 bomber.
Statement from the president warning Iran.
You know what's really crazy? Is that if you look at the B-2 bomber and you try to compare it to any other aircraft that America has, it looks like a damn spaceship in comparison. It looks nothing like any other aircraft we own today. It is a weird fucking plane, dude. It's a weird plane.
take action like this, and U.S. credibility is at stake. So I have no doubt that we've got our bombers warmed up in the bullpen, ready to take action if Iran doesn't proceed to negotiate in good faith. These things are never decided, it appears, at least with Iran, until the last minute.
Well,
Ugh. This child is in the deepest echo chamber. Holy shit. So, now that I've pulled you up and proved to you that this isn't an echo chamber, what have you got to add to the conversation? So, it's obvious this isn't an echo chamber. So, what information do you have to add to this conversation? And you better hope I'm not 14, because you about to get schooled by a 14-year-old. So, like, I certainly hope that you don't. What's gonna happen? Their choice to defend how they want. Definitely stupid idea to use people. I don't think this is the same person. This isn't the same person. This isn't the same person. Damn it. No! Is it this guy? There it is. The CIA is proud of right now. Proud AF right now. That's your manipulated. That's your manipulate. Bro, look here. If you're coming from a third world shithole trying to push your propaganda, the least you can do is learn how to fucking spell. Like, I don't know where you guys are coming from, but like, if you trying to push your propaganda, the least you could do is learn how to spell. Like, seriously. That's why Aspen said that they were illiterate, man. Like, come on. Bro ain't speaking a lie, speaking the truth, and he got suspended for it. Like,
been talking amongst each other and who's in charge at this point. Can you speak to the Karg Island strikes, the military strikes on that? What psychologically does that do to the Iranians?
Thanks for the 2 joules, W2 joules.
I think those strikes were designed to push Iran in the right direction and let them know that we're serious about launching strikes tonight if Iran doesn't meet the
$2 dono, W2. Thanks for being a voice of reason and logic. No, thank you for being here. I don't say that enough. Thank all of y'all for being here every day. Every day I show up and every one of y'all keep showing up. W viewers. And you know what? I'm going to keep sitting in this chair and keep preaching everything that I know and that I'm finding out. And keep apologizing for some of the shit that I fuck up. You know why? Because it's the American way, and they don't like it. And every day that I get in, and there's people that are chirping up a storm and calling me names, is a good day. It's a good day to embarrass somebody. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
8 p.m.
If you're new here, sub to the channel. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, every single day.
We have the capability, and we have clearly the willpower to launch serious strikes on Iran. And
yes, sir.
I think that's what was
you
behind
stay safe out there.
It's worth
Stay away from them crazy people. They're infectious.
Iran's critical infrastructure, petrochemical industry, and their steel industry as well, all along, as well as key leadership targets, as you noted.
Dan, it's hard for me to see what's on the other side of this deadline. If the attacks of obliteration are carried on behalf of the Israelis and the American military. We'll put that on the back burner for now and see whether or not that happens.
I think designing an aircraft that American pilots use nowadays, they got to be like an alien or something, right? To make up the new designs for these aircrafts that like break the sound barrier and shit. Like, holy, like, I don't think being proud of that is the right word. I think, like, bro, they deserve to have a medal. With how much, think about how many planes, how many fighter jets we've flown over Iran, and not a single one of those damn things broke down. That's an impressive feat of engineering. That is insanely good. Think about how much air support we've been doing all over Iran. That's insane. Not even a breakdown. They had to shoot one of them damn things out of the sky. One of them did crash and burn. But like, out of everything, like, that's impressive. Seriously.
I thought what the president said yesterday was something that was new information, that a man-pad brought down that F-15E Eagle. And the reason that's important, that's a shoulder-fired rocket-propelled grenade, essentially. It's a heat seeker, and it goes after the engine of a plane. Now, you well know that the CIA developed the Stinger for the Afghan rebels.
You think they're going to do boots on the ground starting tomorrow? I mean, they sent 5,000 soldiers over. Something's going to happen, right? Something is going to happen. They've been gearing up for this for about 3 weeks now, since they sent those 5,000 ground troops over. The real question is what are they going to do with them? Bro, wouldn't that be an insane show of force if they managed to send those boots on the ground, 5,000 soldiers, and clean up all of Iran? Bro, like, I bet Cuba would be shaking in their fucking boots. Bro be waking up scrolling, doom scrolling on his phone, and he just starts pissing himself the minute he gets on the news feed that 5,000 people managed to take all of Iran. Bro, wouldn't that'd be crazy?
To bring down Soviet helicopters through an 8-year war in Afghanistan and turn the tide against the Soviet Union. I believe this is the first time we've been given an indication that the Iranians have this capacity. What does that mean for our Air Force?
Yeah, they out there shooting at the helicopters with like 1940s rifles. I mean, like, come on, guys.
I think yesterday's press conference where we saw the director of CIA, John Ratcliffe, standing beside President Trump was really a window into the extraordinary cooperation we see from the intelligence community, informing the president and other key policymakers so they can make the best decisions. And of course, we saw that with the rescue of our airmen, and then post facto on that strike against the F-15, where did that man-pad come from? The extent to which China or Russia is not just providing Iran with financial assistance, but arming them as well, and giving them the intelligence Iran needs to strike our military assets. These are all things that the intelligence community, I think, is very much focused on.
In fact, Ratcliffe spoke about the Iranians and how they felt after we rescued our airmen. This was yesterday at the White House.
That reason, in addition to the human and technical assets deployed by the president to find our airmen, CIA executed a deception campaign to confuse the Iranians who were desperately hunting for our airmen. Our intelligence reflects that the Iranians were embarrassed and ultimately humiliated by the success of this audacious rescue mission.
So, Dan, as you prepare to go through the day, what will you be looking to? What would be a tell for you about whether this deadline is going to be met or not?
I think there's just a lot happening behind the scenes, Dana, and I wouldn't be surprised if even the CIA is reaching out clandestinely to their contacts inside Iran and in the region. We honestly may not see much. We might see more military strikes from the United States or from Israel today, of course, and maybe more on Karg Island, designed to demonstrate to Iran that we're serious about this deadline. But we may not see much definitive evidence of where we're headed until close to 8 p.m.
All right, right now, a little bit before 5 o'clock in the afternoon there in Tehran. The sun sets locally at 6:30. We'll watch it by the hour. It really feels like we're reaching a significant moment, Dan. Thanks for taking us through it. Dan Hoffman, thanks.
Let's see. Man, these guys ain't got no Air Force. They got no radar. They got no Navy. And they getting bombed into the fucking Stone Age, and they sitting here trying to threaten America? What the fuck?
Iran is on the clock to make a deal with the United States or possibly face obliteration of key infrastructure sites. President Trump today turning up the pressure on Iran, while also remaining open to diplomacy. That's his tactic. It works. His deadline just hours away now, 8 p.m. Eastern. The president wrote a post this morning. Maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. President Trump said this last night.
8 o'clock Eastern time, and after that, they're going to have no bridges, they're going to have no power plants. Stone Ages, yeah. Stone Ages. We have a plan.
Did we have somebody in here a couple days ago that said that there's no way that Iran was going to be blasted back to the Stone Age? Isn't that what I was told? Man.
Because of the power of our military.
Man.
Where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be.
Oh man, then I guess this one will be the same, right? Then I guess that this one is going to be the same, ain't it? It sure don't look like it's the same, but maybe all the media that I've been seeing is just lying, huh? I mean, it's still definitely better than all that fake media that the Iran regime is putting out, right?
Out of business, let's be honest. Burning, exploding, and never to be used again.
I mean, shit. Even in the past 24 hours, Trump's already bombed the fuck out of Karg Island, but what do I know? What do I know?
Complete demolition.
You guys actually think that coming from your third world and getting into my comments is going to change the outcome of the fucking war? Who do you think I am? What the fuck?
By 12 o'clock. And it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to.
See you around, Beastie
We
Boy.
don't want that to happen.
Brand new video now from Central Command shows our U.S. military firepower at work. As part of Operation Epic Fury, U.S. forces continuing to destroy terrorist targets inside Iran. So far, they have taken out, and this is a huge number, 13,000 targets and damaged or destroyed more than 155 vessels.
Damn!
Fox News can confirm the U.S. bombed dozens of sites on Karg Island overnight. And the focus was on the bunkers there, radar stations, and ammunition storage areas. International military strategist Lieutenant Colonel Darren Gobb is coming up next in focus, though let's...
What the fuck? There are innocent children there. You can't go around committing war crimes? Well, what about the cluster bombs that they're using on Israel? You do realize they're actually committing war crimes by using cluster bombs in populated areas, right? I'm sure Israel feels the exact same way. Only, I feel like Israel is a little bit more justified, considering that America and Israel taking out military targets, and for whatever reason, Iran can't seem to do that. Interesting. Very interesting.
Let's talk.
Maybe don't use children as human shields. You know, whenever you lower the age of joining the military to 12, like they did in Iran, big surprise that whenever you've got a regime that is systematically oppressing its people, tearing its kids away from their parents, and sending them off to die as a human meat shield so they can push their stupid ass agenda. Yeah, I suppose kids would die, wouldn't they? Yeah, I'm sure.
Foreign correspondent Trey Yingst on the ground. We'll get a report from him, and we always can press in with at least one good question for Trey. Let's watch. Trey.
Yeah, Harris, good morning.
Okay, now you're getting pulled up. The age of conscription in Iran does not justify a U.S. murdering nearly 200 schoolgirls. Only cowards use the bad actions of one group to justify their own atrocities. Okay. We about to leer this person, boys. So, I should just record myself saying it, so that way all I got to do is just like play it back. That's what I should be doing. But I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I don't have to push nonsense in order to push an agenda. So you're trying to advocate for a group of people that have lowered the age to join the military to 12, systematically killed 45,000 people of peaceful protesters, made the families of the protesters pay for the bullets to get their loved ones back. They lined up body bags as a show of force. This is also the same regime that's captured and killed hundreds of Americans over the years and then forced us to give them $400 million or $300 million cash. That was the Obama administration. Talking about the same people that advocate for underage marriages, 12 to 50-year-old men that celebrate it. Talking about the same group of people that are willing to get kids killed in order to push their nonsensical bullshit terrorism. Tell you what, when you stop using kids as fucking human meat shields, then you can come to me with your bullshit morals. Until then, enjoy your fucking permaban, dumbass. Don't sit here and act like, oh, I've got the moral high ground. You lost the moral high ground when you started ripping children from families and using them as bullet shields. Fuck you, rotten hell. The Ayatollah is exactly where he is, resting in fucking pieces like the sorry, useless piece of dog shit he is. Enjoy the missile shoved so far up his ass, he can't help himself. Rest in piss. You won't be missed. You're a terroristic piece of human dog shit. Enjoy hell, fucktard.
We're just 9 hours.
That's what you get. You want to use kids as human shields to push your fucked up, retarded ideology. Guess what? Don't be surprised when you catch a motherfucking missile up your ass.
Deal, or the president says he will target Iran's energy infrastructure, bridges, and power plants. Overnight, the United States...
Keep crying and bitching and moaning and complaining, and maybe one day, whenever someone's not catching missiles for doing stupid, crazy, incoherent garbage like that, you could come to this channel with a fucking brain cell that doesn't involve the sum of two, okay?
States launched dozens of airstrikes against Iran's Karg Island, a critical
Fuck out of
piece
here.
of oil infrastructure.
Oh, but the innocent people. What about the innocent people that got genocided? Where the fuck were y'all at whenever that was happening? I didn't see a single one of y'all pussies talking about that. But now that we fucking over there killing a bunch of fucking useless terrorists for the world, y'all want to bitch and complain. We'll sit there and bitch and complain and we'll keep doing the dirty work, motherfucker. We'll keep cleaning up the world, and you could sit there holding your fucking tail in between your legs, shitting and pissing yourself, while we clean up the world.
We understand, according to Fox's Jennifer Griffin, the targets included bunkers, radar stations, and ammunition storage. Landing docks were intentionally not targeted, according to senior U.S. officials. Now, the IRGC has warned it will target U.S. oil interests in the region and that it will make U.S. and its allies deprived of gas in the Middle East for years. The president speaking yesterday from the White House saying this about the situation.
Do I want to destroy?
I don't give a flying fuck about our history's ideology. You know why? Because I'm so fucking poor, and I was raised so poor, I would have been a slave, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about our history. You know what history is meant to be about? It's meant to teach us about what we shouldn't do in the future. It's not meant to be held over our heads. History is about teaching us what we did wrong and learning from it, not to be held over our heads. Get used to it, motherfucker. 2026. Fuck around and find out. This tactic worked for the past 4 years. It's dead. It's not working anymore. Get used to it. History is what it is. History. Learn from it.
Infrastructure? No. It will take them 100 years to rebuild. Right now, if we left today, it would take them 20 years to rebuild their country, and it would never be as good as it was. And the only way they're going to be able to rebuild their country...
You in the wrong chat. If you sitting up in here telling me that I should feel sorry for something that I wasn't even a part. I was raised so goddamn fucking poor, I didn't even have electricity most of my life. You talking to the wrong motherfucker.
Is to utilize the genius of the United States of America.
Those negotiations going on as we speak, Harris, and the president told me over the weekend that Iran isn't even negotiating on their nuclear program anymore. The president said the big thing is they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They're not even negotiating that point. It's so easy, the president added. That's already been conceded. Most of the points are conceded. Now,
I mean, I'm sure that's how it works with your ideology. But here, where most people actually have a brain cell, I don't think that's how it would work. Trump could pee in a bucket, never met an intelligent Trump supporter. They're all dumb. You know, I don't think I've ever met somebody that disagreed with what Trump was doing that was actually smart. So, I mean, it appears that we're at an impasse. So let me put you out of my misery. There you go.
Talk of diplomacy across the region. We're also learning more about that daring rescue that
Bro's got too many brain cells trying to work over there. Bro's smogging up the air, man. I don't want to breathe that in. I don't want to breathe that in.
Over the weekend to save a stranded airman in Iranian territory. High-level U.S. sources told Fox News that while the airman rescue was going on, the CENTCOM commander, Admiral Brad Cooper.
My poorness shows. How the fuck do you take these people serious? Like, for real? How? How? How do y'all get computers in y'all's third world shitholes? I don't get it, man. Like, what? This has to be some kind of like bot farm or some shit, right? This has to be. Clearly something is awry here. You talk about me being my poorness shows. You can't even spell mentally right, bro. The fuck?
Directed a strike on an IRGC headquarters in an underground facility near the Iranian capital of Tehran.
What the fuck, bro? Oh, what's the matter? Are you mad? Oh, man. Man. What a weirdo.
B-2 bombers from the United States use bunker bust.
Yo, WB2 bombers.
Penetrating bombs.
Keep talking shit in my comments, because every one of y'all that I ban is another bomb for Iran. You know what I'm saying? I need. You know what I should do? I should try to get a deal with the United States military. Honestly, the hell with Doritos. I should try to get a deal.
Weapons used in Operation Midnight Hammer. The source talked to Fox News, saying the headquarters was obliterated. All of this is happening as the Israelis are continuing their strikes against the Iranian regime. A senior Israeli official telling Fox News today they launched a series of strikes against rail infrastructure inside of Iran after warning civilians there to avoid train travel. Harris?
And that gets me to just a quick follow-up question. So the Prime Minister Netanyahu said, we are crushing the terrorist regime in Iran, but we are doing so with even greater vigor and with increasing force. And he talked about hitting the train tracks and bridges used by the RIGC. Just talk to me real quickly about this ramp up now that he mentioned.
Yeah, Harris, right now we are seeing a complete disconnect.
You know what the ramp up is? Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Make a whole song out of that. Make a whole song out of that, man. It'd be a beautiful song, too.
In the capabilities of the United States and Israel versus Iran. Each and every day, the United States and Israel are ramping up their strikes against the Iranian regime. Yesterday, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, said it was the largest bombing campaign since Operation Epic Fury began. The campaign today is expected to be even larger. At the same time, the Iranians are continuing their attacks across the region with cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and drones. But each and every day,
you can't even count.
Is getting reduced, and that is
you can't even count. That's adorable. Look, guys, the third world are trying to count. Oh, there's a third world they're trying to count. Hold on, wait, where's it at? Where's it at? Hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd he go? I saw him. Where'd he go? He's adorable, man. He's like a little 5-year-old. Where'd he go? Is it this guy? Yeah, here we go. Look. Let me show you something. Look here, I got you, man. I got you. Don't worry, I can help you with this. I could put some indentions on that smooth brain. Hold on. Check it. Check it out. Look here. Look at that. 59.1. 59.1. And here's the hard one. K stands for 1,000. I know American English is really rough for you, but that's okay. Look. I get it. You know, I understand. You know, English isn't your strong suit since you're from a third world. I get it. You know, that's okay. It's okay. But I'll teach you stuff that, you know, you can't read in your communist books. 59.1 K, that's the big one, means 1,000 subscribers. That's how you spell it. That's what it means. You know, when someone subs to you, that means that you know they're going to show up and watch your stuff. Okay, that's what it means. Now, I hope that maybe you'll learn from this, and maybe one day you'll realize that you're just fucking stupid. I mean, let's be honest here. It's that thing you don't have.
Strategy of the United States. I'm told by officials here in the Middle East that the U.S. and Israel can carry on a campaign for far longer than the Iranian regime.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest.
Oh, man, please sub to the channel, man. This is too good. I'm having too much fun with this. I am. I'm having way too much fun with this. Okay, so we're going to be doing either a fish stream or a bird stream after this, so please, the stream will go down, and then there'll be another stream after this. That will be the fish and the birds. We'll be reacting to that for like 10 or 11 minutes. It's the calm after the storm. You know what I'm saying? It's the calm after the storm. We just got through with the storm. We had to leer some people. You know what I'm saying? We had to leer these people. And we had to do it Nick Shirley style. I need to get my hands on one of them hoodies that Nick Shirley has. That's what I need to be doing. Yeah, we're going to have to roll up out of here. Please sub and like the stream. If y'all see a video go up, please comment on it. I know I haven't been like commenting back lately, but ever since I started working on the weekends, I've just been so brain dead. I've just been like, oh my dude, I'm just so tired. It's like I have like a personal little battery, right? And like whenever I talk too much for too long or too often for too many days in a row, it kind of drains that battery. And like it's that like social battery. So like typically whenever I get off, I'm like, nope, I'm done. World's done. I'm done. The world's done. Everything's done. But please sub to the channel. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. And then after this stream, we're going to be doing a reaction of either a fish under the water with some music in the backdrop or some more birds today. So stick around for that. Hold on. Thanks all of you for showing up. We also have a channel membership. I don't have an editor. I do everything myself. Even the exclusive emotes that are in the channel membership, you can check the channel membership. You don't have to get the channel membership. Just showing up here and making fun of people is really all that is needed. If you could leave comments on videos so that way it gets more views. It's all about engagement now. It's not necessarily about the views. So the more that you interact with a piece of content, you like other people's comments, you call people out in the comments, or you leave a comment on a video or a short, it helps that video get more, and that helps me. So W, all the people that have gotten the channel membership, W, donators, W, new viewers, constant viewers, y'all are destroying it. W, viewers, y'all are awesome, by the way. Love all of y'all. Keep showing up here, and we gonna keep making fun of these idiots, because why not, right? It's America, so fuck yeah. Let me get that music going. Hold on, let me get that music going. If you want, stick around, because after this stream goes down, it'll be a couple minutes, and then I'll get the other stream to come up, and we gonna be reacting to some fish and some birds on a nature channel. And then we're going to be rolling out for the day, and then we'll be back on tomorrow. Every day, I'm sitting here doing this, having a ton of fun. And it's all thanks to y'all. That's why it's all we. There is no me when it comes to this. I'm in this chair because y'all show up and show the love and support. W viewers, W people that are putting in just as much effort as I am into this. Y'all are all killing it. Stay safe out there, stay friendly. If y'all don't show up, this isn't necessarily for you, but it can be. Whatever, you know. Try not to stay around crazy people. We might end up making fun of you. Try to put a smile on someone's face that might change your whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I will see y'all, some of y'all tomorrow, some of y'all in a little bit, okay? Stay safe out there. Peace. I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.